The man that uses fuck in the most pronounced ways possible. Hello. That's me when I play Call of Duty. Like, me playing Call of Duty versus any other game is complete different, Marcus.
Was that real? Were you being serious?
Yes, I was.
Was that
No way.
Was that for real or for cereal?
Hey, I'm Marcus.
I'm Matrax.
And I'm Nick.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, January 5th, 2023, and you can find this 182 New Year podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away.
You can also find every single Working Class Nerds episode on YouTube. Just search for the Working Class Nerds podcast or go to youtube.com/MarcusB814, click on playlists, click on Working Class Nerds, and boom, every episode past and present right at your fingertips.
You can watch me completely kick ass every single Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday night at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play video games every single Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
We are all on the social medias. I'm at MarcusB814.
I'm at Atrax_A.
And I'm at Nick Vern. That's an ACKV yarn. In this week's episode, our guest is not only a Twitch streamer, not a mere Twitch streamer, okay? He's also an avid anime fan, of course, a resident anime expert, if you will, and most recently, the hottest, most in-demand lawyer in the entire Los Santos County in GTA 5 Online. So welcome to the show again, SmPlayboi. And what have you been up to?
Oh man, what a freaking intro like that. What am I supposed to say to that? Holy crap. Man, really a lot of GTA RP, a lot of World of Warcraft. Man, it's been really dope. Like, I know when Marcus came in and he saw the first time I was doing it, he's like completely blown away. And I'm actually really, really excited. So a new city just asked me to come in. They're like, I don't know what it is. Like, the cities are like small communities within themselves, because like a lot of people will play these giant, well-known, popular cities where like major streamers with thousands of viewers, and like those cities are super hard to get into. So a lot of people fracture off and make them however they want to and stuff like that. But the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't do like Department of Justice or lawyer role play. Like, it's either, you know, you're a police officer, or you're a paramedic, or you're a business owner or stuff like that. And the character that I wanted to play, I just kind of always thought it'd be like kind of fun to do like a lawyer who's kind of like tied to like has family that are kind of like still in the streets. So he knows what's going on. Like, I was thinking like kind of like my interpretation of like what the Lincoln lawyer would be, right? And I even went so far as I bought a Lincoln Continental in the game just for my lawyer, because I was like, this is the guy. And it's so crazy is that you can work your way up through just playing. Like the way we would look at like levels, like in World of Warcraft, I know I got to get to level 70. I got to get this eye level. In SWTOR, same thing. Destiny, same thing. Got to hit this level. It's different, but the same, because the levels are something that like, in my mind, something that we would look at like, this is something I got to do like in real life. But in there, it's so gamified. Like, in the game, it's a reward to get a job,
Right?
and like in real life, you're like, I don't fucking want to go to work tomorrow,
Right?
But in the game, you're like, I want to go to work tomorrow. The experiences are different. Like, it's so crazy, because like, so my girlfriend plays with me, and you know, we play the same city, and in the city we started out, I actually started before. I kept trying to get her to fly, and she's like, I was just nervous, I don't know what to do, blah 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 blah. And I worked my way all the way up by the time she got in, from being just some simple little lawyer that's winning cases to now I'm like the mayor of the city,
Oh, dang.
Chief Justice, like all this crazy stuff, right?
Let's go.
And it's all through RP, and like that's how you level up. So like, I've been really, really into that. I'm actually really excited because like, and Marcus, you didn't know this. None of y'all knew this. So this is a huge like announcement that nobody has actually heard until now. So I don't know how good you guys follow sports. Do you guys know who Anthony Davis is?
Yes.
Kind
Basketball
of.
player. Basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brow.
So you know, yeah, the brow. There you go. So he's an avid GTA RP player.
Oh, no way.
He
Okay.
has his own
That's
city,
awesome.
and his first city became what would be called Grind. Well, he's making Grind version 2, and they've invited me, their DOJ, to be a lawyer there. And
Oh,
I'm gonna be
damn.
the top
Let's
lawyer
go.
there.
That's
That's
awesome.
Wow, that is sweet.
That is super cool.
So, and I'm gonna actually this Saturday is the opening of the city, and it's so crazy because this city, oh my god, I wish I can show you guys, but they told us that if we're streamers, we can't show the city because it's not done. But we get like early
Right.
access, so like I'm all throughout the city because I'm gonna be one of the lawyers there. Oh my god, dude, it is crazy the stuff that they've done with this game. Like to realize that the base level coding is from GTA. This is crazy. So to me, this is something like in real life, again, we would be like, I don't want that to happen to me, right? Like, I don't want to get sick. Like, no one wants to get sick, right? In this game, you can get sick and get other people sick.
That's
And
kind
you
of funny.
actually have to like go to
Oh,
the
wow.
doctor and go to Walgreens and get medicine in a game. And it's like, what? But it's crazy because you don't even think about that. Like in real life, you don't think about that. In the game, it's like, wow, this is entertaining.
Yeah.
So
that's
I'm excited
awesome.
about that. Yeah, this
That
Saturday,
is
actually,
super
I'll be coming back to doing some streaming because that's the grand opening of the thing. They're gonna have basketball teams and football teams in the city.
That's so cool.
Like so much crazy stuff, and it's all like I said from Grand Theft Auto.
Are you
But-
going to be streaming
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming.
You're going to be
everything.
streaming it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming this Saturday.
Can't wait to see it.
I haven't even told anybody that though. I haven't even like announced to nobody. So y'all actually got like
the
A working
exclusive.
class nerds exclusive.
I didn't tell nobody I was coming back. I was just gonna sneakily do it.
I
Hell
wanna
yeah.
know how is it possible to go in all the buildings and like who is doing the lawyer stuff?
So
Like who the fuck is a judge? Who's the
another
clerk?
player. Other players.
And like
So,
there's
like, how do
cops
you-
and like
like,
defendants.
How
and-
do you know what
Yeah.
time? Like, what if you
So-
can't be on the time that they need it to be?
And then guess what? Like, that's what time you're supposed to be there. It still goes and happens. So, like, okay, my last case I had a case where the guy basically he's a studio owner, right? He owns a studio, record label type deal. So he's outside and a cop runs up on him. And the cop's like, what the fuck are you doing? Because he's selling mixtapes, right? Long story short, the cop arrests the guy. The guy has drugs on him. So they send him to jail for the drugs, right? We go to trial. The cop violated his amendment rights to illegal search and seizure. Because a Terry stop, you can only be patted down. You can't be fully searched. And that's what that is. That's a Terry stop. So the case was dismissed because the evidence ended up being suppressed. And the judge is another player. The jury that we had were other players. The people in the audience were other players. The
What the
cops that
fuck?
were there were other players.
That is so cool.
That is really cool.
I love GTA RP. I think
It
it's
is crazy.
to me when people are like, "Man, why do they keep remaking GTA?" It's like this is why, because the players are keeping it alive and there's so many people that are I watch a lot of Bay Area bugs and like
Oh,
Civ Ryan, so like the
yeah.
OCRP stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's so cool that they put in buildings and everything.
They
Change
have
the
like
How does
weather.
it get in the game?
designers. The designers.
Yeah, but how does
So
it get
it's-
in the game?
So Grand Theft Auto is based off of Lua coding, which is like C++ and some Java type stuff, right? The
Okay.
game is open source, so you can take that file and alter it however you want to alter it and mod it like how they did with Skyrim and stuff and put that
Yep.
code back into the game because it's still compatible.
They do the
and
same
they
thing.
just do that.
Same thing with like Cyberpunk and
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Red Dead
Interesting.
actually has a huge RP community that's ran through the same mod 5M.
Yeah.
I can imagine that people be
And you're just
role
out there.
playing
Yeah.
as cowboys and stuff.
Right?
I would
It's
do
an
that.
experience. I'm telling you, it is one of the dopest experiences. Like, I'm so excited for this new city grind. I'm man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, me and my buddies went in today because we got early access because we're all lawyers. Like, I brought in my team. So like I have my own law team. And these are all people that I met through playing the game.
That's so cool.
And we just all connected. And it's crazy because we're all dads. Like, so it's me, my girl, my buddy JP. He's got kids, same just like all of us, working dad. And then our buddy Woods, and hey, same thing, working dad. And then our other guy, Cap, working dad. And we all met doing different stuff. Like, I was a lawyer and ended up becoming the head of lawyers. And I met JP, who introduced me to Woods and Cap. And now we're all going into this new city together as, my law team.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
This shit is wild.
See, like, I'm not an MMO guy, but like, I don't know, that intrigues me in a way
it's
that's like a different
dynamic.
flavor. Yeah.
It's like the new generation of
weird.
Sims.
But I don't think
Literally, yeah.
I don't think Nick could do it just because there's like time requirements.
No.
And
Yeah, I'm
he's
not
a
good with that.
procrastinator like crazy, so he'd be like,
Well, see, it depends on what he does because everything is different. Like, you can literally be whoever.
"Oh, we know
you
what he
wanna
would be."
Like, he could literally get it in RP as a Twitch streamer.
No, he would go into the game as a grinder pro.
Okay, well, okay. I was gonna say like a pimp or something cool, but
You could.
or like a strip club owner.
You could. There's literally
Yeah.
a girl in the new
Vanilla
city.
unicorn.
I can't wait until you guys see some of this stuff. Like, it's blowing my mind, the stuff that this. All right, so look, it's reported that he spent $1.3 million on custom coding for this city.
Damn,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
that's wild.
Wait a minute.
And because
wait.
he's endorsed by Nike, there is a Nike outlet in this game. And he doesn't want any money because he can't take money from you. It breaks TOS. He doesn't want
Right.
any money.
Yeah.
That's
The
so cool.
only thing that you can pay for is priority. So when when the server starts getting maxed out, it'll put you higher queue time. And that money doesn't even go to him. It goes to the developers, the people that wrote his
Yeah.
custom codes.
Well, that's dope.
Like, I am upper
There
level
has to
hype
be-
for this.
There has to be some backdoor money. Like if Nike
Well, he gets
None. He's already
popularity and
sponsored
stuff
through Nike.
for it. Yeah.
Nike's already his sponsor for basketball.
Yeah, but I'm sure if they're putting Nike shoes in that city.
They're already in there.
I'm sure 1.2 to Anthony Davis is
Yeah.
is
It's chump
his-
change.
Well, it's like
I mean, I think if you
to-
signed for like 35.
yeah, well, it's like if you'll splurge on video games, if you've got Anthony Davis kind of money, if you got basketball player kind of money,
Yeah,
and
he's
you're a
got-
gamer,
You're not worried
1.2
about
to
no
spend
back.
on quote unquote micro. It's not even microtransactions. He literally owns a whole city in a game. Like 1.2 is nothing.
Yeah,
He can run around
He
and do
literally
whatever
says
he
like
wants.
he's like I don't want. And the crazy thing, the thing that I really respect about it is he doesn't let you address him as his real name.
it's got to be the
RPs.
character name.
It's
Yeah.
got to be the character name. And one thing he told people, he's like, if you come in here trying to, oh, it's Anthony Davis. He's like, I will ban you, bro. He's like, that's not what this is. He's like, this is a video
Yeah.
game that we want to come and everyone have fun. Like, the smallest person's story is just as important as the biggest person's story. And I'm Tommy. That's it.
I feel like I'm the
Yeah.
really old guy here because this shit makes no sense to me.
Yeah, Marcus. Wait, let me just put it in perspective. Like,
No, I get what they're doing.
yeah, but his salary is $38 million for
Yeah,
2023.
he's rich. He's not
No,
ever
no.
gonna need
I'm talking about just the whole RP thing. Like I
Okay.
get it in SWTOR, like you're playing out your story and stuff, but like
You're
going
playing
into
out your character story. This is the fanfic heaven. So you got to think, like, let's say there's some aspiring actor or voice actor or author who wrote this story and they want to act out that story. They could literally record the entire process and put that out as content, and that's their entire story.
and
You know?
what happens when GTA 6 comes?
GTA 6 is already saying that they actually are supposedly in talks with telling 5M like, hey, we want to partner or buy them so that this can continue. And now it has real
Yeah.
money.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah,
It's
they're
such a
definitely gonna
smart
buy
move.
5M. They're definitely gonna like.
They'll
they're
either
sure-
buy
I
it
mean,
or they'll
the-
make it
the-
like super easy to get.
I don't even, so like the concurrent, there's like at least a couple million people I want to say like concurrently that are playing all the time. There's so many different cities. There's so many different flavors of RP. You know, you can do anything. Like I've got a Detroit city right now asking me to come in and help run their DOJ. And I'm like, no, not really. You guys are cool, but I'm good with that. Then there's LA types of cities. There's so much and so many different things that you can do. There's cities that are absolutely identical to Chicago. You know, I'm from Chicago. One of the cool things, so Anthony Davis is from Chicago, right? There's 2 sections in this city that are the identical copy of real life places in Chicago.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And like this was the crazy thing because I didn't know. I was literally getting a tour from one of the people and they were showing me around different stuff. I'm like, wow. I'm like, this looks like Humboldt Park. And it's like, it is. I was like, can you turn around? And they drove back through in the game. And I'm like, this is really the exact same as real life. And I don't know, it just blew my mind.
Yeah, that is so cool that they took the time. And I didn't know 1.2. That's super, super cool. One thing I also want to say too is for all the people that are RPers, there's at least 2 or 3 people on average. I don't know, but that would watch it too. Like they wouldn't even participate, but like me, I don't have the time. But I love watching it. It is.
I will never cheat on you, okay?
It's like a live soap opera.
What is that noise?
What is that
Marcus
noise?
is watching
Marcus?
RP.
You're seeing true love right now.
Yeah.
You're
Are you watching
I mean,
RP?
you know the blueprint. Everybody knows that, all right?
Yeah.
You're not even a
Girl,
Pisces, boy. You
Girl.
ain't even a Pisces.
the blueprint for a little
Yo,
big
you
boy.
and Carmelo aren't even
What?
compatible. I know you're
All right then.
We look at
Okay, what's the context
Hold on,
of
wait.
here?
Yeah,
Are
you
you
wanna help us
watching?
out,
Are you
Marcus?
watching Victorious RP? Because
No.
that's who actually got me into it. You know that, right?
No, that wasn't.
What are you watching, Marcus?
Can you start talking?
Yeah,
I
will,
was- I
will
was
you say
mesmerized.
something
Hold on.
hot in 4K and you're just chilling here?
It's in the
Like,
chat.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching that. All right, so I'm watching.
A Twitch stream
Coil.
for the people who are
Yes,
listening
let
to
me
the
explain.
podcast.
Yes.
So I'm watching Coil, and you've got a big black
Marcus,
dude.
hold on.
white-
Can you mute the stream, please? Because that's all I hear is the stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
sorry.
can't
You're
hear
nothing
you
but
All
the
either.
right,
stream.
so you've got this big black dude and this big white dude, and they're hanging outside their cool car, right? Then you've got these 2 girls that are wearing next to nothing, and then a dude that has no
He's-
shirt on with a
he's really
tramp
short.
stamp, and they're trying to like, and he's got a big old mustache, but he's like 3'2", and he's got blood all over his nipples. It looks like he got beat on it, and that's definitely the character that he's playing. So yeah,
It's just people role playing.
yeah. And they're like, "Hey girl, what are you doing? You ain't doing that shit to me." And
Yeah.
We heard it.
did you guys,
We
are you
know.
guys watching it?
No, we
No.
can
I
hear
just-
it.
I just-
We can
No.
hear it.
I just shut it off, but
I linked it in the chat.
Oh man.
so anyways,
So yeah, that's what RP is like, Marcus. And
It
for
could be
all the
anything.
RPers, there's a ton of viewers. Like the watching
Like, look
community
at how
is
you just
huge.
got mesmerized. Like, what the fuck am I watching? That's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yep.
And then you start like, well, why did you do that? Like, I literally did. That's how I got into it. I was watching Victoria's stream, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, this is dumb. And then I found myself just watching it, and I was like, huh.
this is kind of cool.
Well, what's she gonna do next? I'm like, wait, you could do that in the game? Oh, that's pretty dope. And I was like, oh my God, she got pregnant. And I was like, yo, what is going on? She's pregnant in a game? When did they do this? She's gonna actually have a baby? And I was like, this is like a soap opera, and I'm not even into that. But I found myself being invested into the character. And so I asked her, I was like, yeah, I'm dumb. How the fuck are you doing that? And she's like, oh, go download 5M. Like, you'll really like it. And so the city that I started playing in, Initially, me and my girl just joined some random city. And like when I'm saying like there's different flavors of cities, there's cities called like 100K or die, which literally means people are going to come up to you, put a gun in your face and be like, give me all your money or I'm going to kill you.
Damn.
And if you're like, nah, I don't got, bam, they kill you. That's it. Go start over. That's what happens. So those are 100K or die cities. Those are not RP cities, right? So we joined 100K or die city, not knowing it was 100K or die city. And every day I was getting smoked. I mean, I would just log in, someone would shoot me in the face. Log in, someone would shoot me in the face. And my girl, because she's a girl and they can hear her voice, I'm like, oh, hey, girl. I'm like, God damn, can you like get them away so I can log in right here real quick? Like, I want to go sell drugs and play Grand Theft Auto 2. And so we found our way around that. And it was still like the RP. You still had to like network with people and get to know where you should be and where you shouldn't be. And those gangs aren't going to like anyone. And so we got into that. And then I joined the city that I was in, that I'm in right now. And that city was introduced to me by Victoria. She was like, hey, check this out. You'll like it. I joined it. Started from the day one the city launched until, like I said, recently I'm going to be leaving because Saturday I'm going to go start that new city that I got invited to. But absolutely loved it. Had a bunch of good experiences. There's so many crazy stories, and that's why people keep coming back, because like the content isn't linear. You don't know what's going to happen. My girlfriend got me kidnapped outside of Wingstop. In Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You know, but she got me kidnapped. So listen, I'm the mayor of the city. I'm going around to the different businesses, checking them out, seeing what I can do to help the city, help the business owners. You know, I'm the mayor. That's literally what I'm doing that day. Yeah. And so I'm taking her with me. We're going. She's like, I'm hungry. Let's go to Wingstop, because in the game, you can really get hungry. And if you don't eat, you will pass out. So we're going to Wingstop, right? We get in there. Now it's like 3 or 4 girls in there and then the 2 dudes working behind the counter, right? And the girls are like, oh, this dirty ass Wingstop girl, it's roaches in here. You don't want to eat in here. We're going to put it on Twitter, because it's Twitter in the game that they can put it on. So we're going to put it on Twitter. And so what does my girlfriend do? Oh, it's roaches here. And guess what? Now the owners are mad at us too. And I'm like, hey, you know, I'm just trying to buy some food. You know, you guys got some VIP. Oh, we're not giving your ass shit for free. Fuck. They pull a gun on me. Oh, yeah, get the fuck out of the store. Whoa, chill. Y'all are tripping, man. Look, I'm the mayor. I'm just trying to get the fuck out of my store, motherfucker. So I'm like, look, I'm going to call some guys. Y'all could talk to them. So now, because I'm the mayor, I kind of know everybody in the city. So I call some of the gang people and I'm like, yo, go talk to them. So that turns into a big thing, because I didn't realize that gang pulled up with like 5 cars deep, because they're like, this is the mayor and we fuck with him, because before I was the mayor, I was their lawyer.
Right.
So now they're like, we got to protect this dude. So they pull up there, they all talk it out, whatever. My girlfriend logs off for the night. I go to the clothing store, and outside of the clothing store, I get kidnapped because she called the cops on them and the cops pulled up. And so they kidnapped me. Now,
oh my God.
They kidnapped me because one of my clients they wanted to kill. So they wanted me to call my client to tell him to meet me so that they could kill him. That's why people play those games, because what game developer or storyboard writer can actually write that?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's literally I was literally getting ready to log off for the night, but you can't fuck the scene up.
Right.
I can't stop and be like, oh, by the way, guys, getting ready to go to bed. Got work tomorrow.
Right.
I'm going to give them their scene. Like, I'm going to give them their scene, and I'm going to let them know, because there are certain words, you know, you can say so they know, like, oh, okay. But you can't. I've never played a game where I've gotten that type of story.
Wait, first of all, that is a crazy story and incredible, and I completely get how you get immersed in this, and how like. That's such a crazy sense of community too, to like be everyone's buying into this world, like don't screw it up. We're all like playing as those roles and acting in those roles, you know? Mm-hmm. Like that's wild to me to like have to like literally be acting like the character. And but I do want to ask real quick, what do you mean, like what kind of words? You have like sort of a code that's in character for like, hey, I gotta log off?
Yeah. So some of the things that like, okay, so like let's say I want to refer to like, I want to log off. Just answering that question. So like if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna log off for the night. Like I'm not gonna fuck up and be like, hey Nick, get ready to log off. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to go take a nap.
Oh, I gotcha.
And that right then and there, like, oh, he's gonna log off for the night. Or hey, I'm getting ready to fly out. I'm no longer gonna be in the city. I'm no longer gonna be playing the game.
Yeah.
Or like for streamers, there's special slang. Like if I want to tell someone that like, hey, I'm streaming because it may be a little bit racy over there, and I don't understand. Maybe I don't want them to say anything TOS because they're in character, but their character may say something racy. I'm like, hey, my eyes are open. Or if I'm saying like I'm talking about my chat, and I'm like, oh, just the voices in my head.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of coded stuff so that people can still stay immersed and still have those same experiences. Or if you're AFK, you don't say I'm AFK. I'm gonna go in my head for a minute.
Got it. Yeah, you're like meditating almost.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
It's dope. Like I said, I've never and I still love playing other games, but I've never played a game like that. Like it's just so different. Like I said, the levels aren't linear. The experiences can happen. Like one day it could be really boring, and the only thing you do is drive around and play bumper carts. But the people that are around make that experience kind of cool because you're playing with people from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's amazing.
It's dope.
It is dope. All right,
It's
I don't
so
want to
much
get
fun to watch too.
I feel like we could do the whole episode just on that, but I know we're going to talk about it again after the break. So, but first, Atrax, what have you been up to? How's it going?
Thank you for asking, Nick, by the way. I have been taking a vacation of sorts, mostly from content creation, 2 weeks off. We didn't do the podcast last week. And I didn't focus on making anything, or I retired from streaming last episode if you missed it on the big 5-year. So I just I just took a break the last part of the year. But now that I've taken that break, I'm ready to come back. Whoa, hit my mic. Ready to come back at the beginning of the year and start creating some more content, mostly working class nerds content. I have some good ideas for the year. Just throughout the year, I think that we'll get done. And the first one is to record the new Modern Warfare 2 raid with you two, Nick and Marcus.
Oh yeah,
because I
those
have to
puzzles
say,
didn't stand a chance.
oh yeah, the NPCs are going down. Because the new Modern Warfare 2, I've been playing it over the past 2 weeks. I got it when it was on sale, and it feels a lot better than the other Call of Duty games of this generation. I haven't bought one, I think, since the last Modern Warfare, like the most recent Modern Warfare, the first one. I guess that wasn't that long ago. But I got it on sale. I haven't purchased a full whatever the word is. I haven't paid full price for a Call of Duty game. That's the word. In a long time, and I still haven't, but the last one I got was super on sale. This one feels great. I don't know what it is about this one. Maybe it's just the way the spawns are, or the maps, or the progression, or something, but I'm having a lot of fun. I really like it, maxing out the weapons and playing DMZ. Even though I'm really, really, really bad at DMZ, I run in, and because there's AI and there's players, they're running around together. And so I'm just killing a bunch of AI, and then a player runs up on me and they are fearless. Or the other one that I really, really don't like is when people just sit in a bush near the exfil zone.
That's
and
not
they
cool.
and you just like run up and they just kill you and loot your body and then run back into the same bush or a slightly different bush. And they don't just leave when your chopper finally shows up that you were waiting for, but they just killed you for it. Like they don't leave, they just sit there. Don't be toxic. Come on.
That's fairly
that's
toxic.
lame.
Just loot stuff
That's
and
so
leave,
lame.
like come on. Don't be that way. But I really, really like Modern Warfare 2. Also, I've got like a ton of games because it's been 2 weeks and I had multiple days off. Also, in addition, I've been playing more Need for Speed Unbound, progressing through the story. I won't give any spoilers because personally, I highly recommend everybody plays through it. if they enjoyed the Need for Speed games, like Most Wanted and stuff,
Okay.
because I like how it kind of has that system of like the heat levels. So as you win races, then your heat goes up and things of that nature. Cops chase you as the heat goes up. The cops get harder and harder. Nick putting on his bandana, his racing bandana, I guess.
I'm just being annoying to distract you while you're talking.
We're talking about racing. I'm putting on the bandana. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
Got to
about.
keep the sweat out of my eyes when I'm driving.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, hey, street racing is a very sweaty thing, especially when you're
Tense.
running from cops. Man, those cops are in that game are no joke. They are brutal.
Yeah.
But
they got. I don't know how their like Ford Fusion or Tauruses are as fast as your Lamborghini, but I'll let it go.
probably not. I don't
They're-
know. Maybe you could.
No, I'm
Could
just
you
saying, like in
steal
the, I
Taurus?
just remember like in Need for Speed Most Wanted that I played way back. Like
Yeah.
you'd have some crazy car and like the standard issue cop car. I think it was like a Crown Vic in that game. Is like keeping
Yeah.
up with you, like cornering at like 110 and stuff. Like there's no
Uh-huh.
fucking way I would have left you in
Who's
the
this
dust.
cop driver?
Right. Yeah.
What bullshit
Or-
you guys got under there?
No
It'd
kidding.
be like the giant vans too. The giant
Right.
like
Yeah, the
swap
armored
vans.
trucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're like passing you in a Lambo.
Those
they're-
games were crazy.
they were crazy. I like.
Oh,
I
man.
love those.
Good times. The
That is
driving
good
mechanics
times.
in those games, I admit, were better, at least in my mind, than they are now. Only because at that point, they hadn't gotten so realistic. Now it almost feels like it's either insanely cartoony or really realistic. There isn't kind of like a nice balance. This game, the driving mechanics, I still haven't quite figured it out because you get a partial boost by doing certain actions. So you get like a burst of NOS for drifting around a corner, or you get a burst of NOS for driving behind or drafting behind people, excuse me, or driving in oncoming lanes, that type of stuff. You can like charge up a short burst and then go. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of fun. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But my biggest complaint so far is that there is no Mitsubishi Lancer in my store to purchase. And maybe I
Oh, boy.
haven't like unlocked it yet to where it would show up. But I will be kind of disappointed or sad if there isn't one. I know they discontinued them in 2017, which is now 6 years ago.
I was gonna say they still make that car.
No, they don't. 2017 is the last year. So I get it's 5 years old, but still is like one of the most, in my mind, iconic street racing cars, just in general, to have in a game. If you're gonna have a VW Beetle in a Need for Speed game, you better have a Lance. I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. So that's been super, super fun. And then my last game on the list is the Fable Anniversary. Picked it up on sale during the Steam Winter Sale, 70% off for $10. It is a lot of fun. I've been with that game. I've switched to one monitor. I turn my other monitor off. Normally when I'm playing games, I have my second monitor with like a YouTube video or something going. But this time I've decided to turn the monitor off, and I've gotten kind of a nostalgia feel from it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you gentlemen turn off the second monitor every once in a while when you're gaming, but
Never.
it feels good. Never.
No, I
Never.
don't
You
either.
You gotta try it. It feels
I don't
really
have
weird
anything
at
else
first,
on there,
but you just get sucked into the game. I don't know what it is. Having the monitor blank and just being able to focus on the one monitor is,
Like sometimes, like
I don't know what.
depending on where I am or what game I'm playing, like I might have like a map up on the other thing or the chat or something like that. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
always something else on the other screen.
Yeah.
Right.
I got
And maybe
3
that's just-
monitors and I have all of them up at all times.
Or maybe it's just that every time I play video games, I'm streaming.
That probably is the case. I mean, that is true for you a majority of the time.
I mean,
Um,
I always have the second monitor up, but I don't always have stuff on it that I'm like
I always
engaged
have
with.
Right.
stuff on it. I don't know why. Because
I
like for me, like so my main monitor is actually right here. And then this is actually my third monitor, and then my second monitor right here. So like I'll be gaming here and I'll have like a guide over here or a map or something over here, and then Discord. And I'm always in and out of
Okay.
Discord.
Yeah. Usually, if I had my second monitor on, I have Discord on. But for some reason, I was like, for Fable, I'll just the old school one monitor. I'm still playing on HD and enjoying the remaster. But I will say, my only complaint, and it's like the stupidest complaint, I don't know why, but for some reason, the edition I bought comes with like some costumes and things like that. And it immediately made me I was like, why did you have to add stuff? Like it made me feel like the game had been altered. And I was like,
Yeah.
I just want just remaster it. I don't want anything else. I just want it to look better and run well on my computer. I don't need any of that extra stuff because it makes me feel like it's been like the gameplay has changed somewhat. I
Yeah.
don't know why. It's probably all in my head. In fact, I'm sure that it's all in my head, but there was something about it. I was like, wait, extra costumes? These weren't in the game before. Like, I guess it's kind of cool, but what else did they change? Like, what else is
Right.
different? What am I? Maybe did they take some stuff out to put I don't know.
I get what you mean because that's kind of how I feel when in an MMO when I'm like immersed in the story and then
Mhm.
somebody's like runs by and I'm like it takes me
Right.
out of it and they're in like flaming pink armor that they bought in the store. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yep.
I'm like, oh well, that's not. I'm not in Star Wars land. I'm playing a video game. I forgot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes you out of
Exactly.
it, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. But speaking of being immersed, by the way, Nick, I was completely immersed this holiday season with Alice in Borderland Season 2. I won't give any spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet. It hasn't been out very long. I really, really, really was satisfied with the ending. I thought it wrapped it all together. At first, I was kind of confused, but then it made sense. The final game arena is in the final episode, like the scene from the trailer that they talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like kind of it, they're like it's the final game arena, and it was cool. Even if there isn't a season 3, they left it kind of open ended. Even if there isn't a season 3, though, I could rewatch seasons 1 and 2 in a couple of months and thoroughly enjoy it and feel like everything was answered. I could see how there could be some ways that they, change up for season 3, or I guess like, how they always they end a season where you feel like, oh, the season's over, but could it actually be over? Are they going to make a season? This is kind of how it feels where it's like, it could be over, but is it? Who knows?
Right.
So,
right.
so they don't leave it as a cliffhanger.
It's
They
like
leave-
they
leave it
do,
they leave it
but
as a
they don't.
cliffhanger, but like, oh, they walk away holding hands, but did they get married? Or did they break up?
Well, and this whole like show is kind of, it's always every episode you constantly wonder like, did that actually happen? Even in the first episode, you're like, well, how on earth is that possible? And
I
so
never
for
saw
the
it.
end, and so for the ending, then you kind of still have that same feeling of like, okay, yeah, I could see how it ends that way, but what about this thing? Like, it was kind of answered, but was it totally answered, or were they lying? There's always that question. But if they truly say, okay, season 2, this is the end of it, we're done, I'm okay with that. 16 episodes, roughly an hour a piece, so 16 hours. Good, well-made chunk of content that I think pretty much everyone could enjoy. I don't know. There is a webtoon. I think it's a webtoon or a manga. I'm not sure that they made of it.
Manga?
Manga. Mango.
Mango.
There is a mango that they made.
There's a
of it.
mango of it.
There's a mango of it
somewhere.
So
Very
maybe
happy that
there's some
wasn't
stuff
recorded.
that's left out. I don't know, but we'll see. And I'm super happy that season 2 is finally here because it's been like a year, and it was worth the wait. If you do watch it, I would recommend like wait a week between episodes and tease yourself, because you can binge it 100%, but if you spread the episodes out just a little bit, I think you'll enjoy it more because it makes you wonder like what's going to happen in the next episode. You don't get that immediate, kind of answer. You get to wonder just a little bit. Highly recommend Alice in Borderland. Marcus,
It's on the list.
what have you been up to?
Holiday break was so needed. I only streamed 2 times over like 2 weeks. When you need a break, but you don't realize you need a break until you take a break.
Yes.
And
Nope,
then once you take
I
a
always
break,
know
you're
I need a
like,
break.
then you take a break and you're like, maybe that's it. Maybe, maybe I'm not going to come back, or maybe I'm going to do something else, or maybe I'll just stream 1 day a week, or maybe my poop will be green, whatever it may be.
Man.
But then you come back and it's fucking fantastic. And you're like, all right, this is why I do this.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally I feel like I get that with paintball if I haven't played in a while. I'm like, man, do I really want to go to the field and everything? And then I go and I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I do this.
That's right. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So for me, it felt good to come back, and like this will be my first full week back. And I'm making some changes in the sense of like how I stream. If like I used to like push myself even if I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like I have to hit the 2.5 hour mark. I'm letting the community down if I don't, but like at an hour and a half, like if you know me, you can tell when I'm tired, right? Like you can come to my stream and like, damn, Marcus is exhausted.
He's beat.
Yeah,
Exhibit A, the first 40 minutes of this show.
Oh, dude, I'm exhausted. I'm working I'm working legit 14-hour days. That's just work. You know what I mean? Then I come home and stream or get to spend an hour with the kids, and then whatever. There's no question I'm beat. But my point is, but then you have that stream like Sunday night this week. It was January 1st. I started streaming, and I had so much fun. I ended up streaming like 5 hours.
Nice.
And it didn't even feel like I streamed 5 hours.
Nice.
Like I went to bed and it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't done this in like a month or 2 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just felt good because like it's there. But what I am finding out is like, I'm just a casual streamer. I like just playing the game with people, or a game with people. I don't need to do the hardest content. I don't need to be a PvP god. I just enjoy playing with people. And I have a hard time telling people, well, they're like, hey, I want to play. And I just invite everybody because that's the type of person I am. I just want to play with everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we can get 6 men on a team. Let's do it. You know what I mean? This week on Monday, I got to play Call of Duty. So I fucked it up. Supposedly it was supposed to be a 3-man raid night with me, Atrax, and Nick. Again,
it is indeed.
Yes.
What the arrangement was. Yep.
Hey, I'm not in this.
Typical Marcus. Rayu came in the stream and I was like, you should come. And then Ben and Kat were like, hey, we just got the game too. You guys should come too.
Right.
And then Nick,
but the raid's only for 3 people. So
right.
Then like,
the raid's. And
I was
like,
that
just do it. Yeah. And I'm just like, we'll do a multiplayer night. And Nick and Atrax were so butthurt. Their butts were bleeding. It was so hurt. They're like, we were supposed to do the raid. And I was like,
I feel that's not how it went down. I feel like I did a good job of being like the HR guy. It was like, okay. Actually, honestly, I didn't see that whole conversation until like hours after the fact.
But either
I
way,
was so mad.
Yeah, I can
But-
tell. But you did it. My point being, you did a great job of articulating your upsetness without being rude or over the line at all, but being forceful and emphasizing your point.
Thank
And
you.
Marcus, you did a great job of being an idiot.
Great jobs all around. Great job.
yeah, great jobs.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny for me is I just am like, again, I'm a casual gamer, and I maybe I remembered, maybe I didn't, but just subconsciously, I'm like, whatever, more players, the better.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
We can do it. But anyways,
Yeah, we had a good night.
yeah,
It was fun.
Except fucking Ryu being like level 4,412, and
Okay,
he's
yeah.
getting us caught in lobbies with like these pro gamers. And this is like my first night actually playing the game. I was like level 4.
That was wild. Like we played on
you being a
shipment.
god.
Yeah, Ryu was really good. He was like always the top. Him and Ven were the two top people always.
Except in shipment, MB814. Let's go.
Yeah, but everybody died like 100 times and got like 20 kills. But anyway, so I was gonna say on shipment, the first game we played, I like shipment. I've been playing like a lot of the Christmas themed variant. If you don't know, you don't play Call of Duty or something. Shipment is a super tight, like it's a square map. It's super small, and there's like a grid essentially of storage containers, and it's very like you're gonna die a lot and you're gonna kill a lot of people, and that's just how it goes. But it's very, very, very chaotic. Like your average lifespan is probably like 10 seconds or something on that map at the most, probably less. But so it's very chaotic at baseline. But then this other team have like all high end, like high kill streaks, which like are very rewarding to chain them together. So like it was like chopper gunner, like this other thing that's just killing you and killing you and killing you. So we were getting demolished right in the beginning because we're way too low of a skill level versus what the lobby is, because we're in Ryu's lobby apparently.
We also, I figured it out because I looked back at the matches. We were always stacked at minimum against another team that had 5 people grouped up.
Right.
So my guess is we were playing
teams.
We were playing against the sweaty teams that were like
Yeah,
ready to go, and we had
real
3 people
teams.
that were playing the game for relatively the first time, like
that night.
We stood no chance.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. So
it was fun though.
It was a lot of
It
fun.
was
But
fun.
once those kill streaks got going, I was like, all right, well, you just shrug your shoulders and try to do the best you can, but you're just getting
But
demolished.
again, bringing it back to playing with your friends,
yeah,
it's just fun. You know what I'm saying?
It is a ton of fun to just play with your friends.
And you know, hearing everybody like when everybody else plays Call of Duty, they all go super toxic. And like I stay even keel. Wait, did I say that backwards?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah. So when I play Call of Duty, I go batshit crazy, and like the toxicity is like Modern Warfare 2. Well, no, probably like Black Ops. Voice chat for Marcus. Yeah, toxicity. Everything is It's like, you know, I was going to tell you earlier, but I was napping when you were working on the intro, that if you go into SmPlayboi, when you introduced him, it should have been the man that uses fuck in the most pronounced ways possible. And but that's me when I play Call of Duty. Like me playing Call of Duty versus any other game is complete different, Marcus.
Oh my god. That's why I don't stream ranked PvP, because man.
Hey man, there is no more ranked PvP. Anyway,
yeah, but it is in WoW still.
Oh.
It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good.
So then I did the new dungeon with Ven and Doritos, and it was a lot of fun. It's looking like this is my new fire team, like my base fire team now, which is pretty good. Doritos is a better Destiny player than me. It's confirmed, and I kind of like it. So I've been playing the game longer than most people, but I'm still the worst player ever, and it's great.
All right.
So Bruni donated some emblems. So the big thing in Destiny is the emblems, like that your name sits on, because Bungie makes these emblems, but they only give them to creators. So you can't buy them, you can't earn them in game. The only way to get some of these is through a creator. And so
Okay.
I got to Bruni. I got to ask him which way he pronounced it. He gave me this emblem called Brightwing. You can Google it. So I gave one of those away, and it was pretty awesome to see the people come in and they're like, "Oh my god, I love emblems," et cetera, et cetera. And I found out that night that I've been playing the game 2 years and I'm still bad at it. Or everybody else just knows everything. But like, I'm bringing this back to my casual player. Like, I don't care enough to be a good player. Like, I don't ever want to go back to being a Nightmare Raider. And I feel like the end game content in this game is way too serious. But at the same time, I got a message from TomTom this past week. And let me go back to the stream. I'm sorry. I'll mention TomTom in a second.
Okay.
So Caleb, I keep forgetting to turn on the I forget to turn on my channel point redemptions so people can redeem Hunter, Titan, or Warlock for a match. And everybody's been pissed because they all want to make me play Hunter and make me fucking twinge. So I said, if I get 25 people to enter the contest for the emblem, I'll play a Hunter the whole stream on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Well, it fucking happened, of course. And now I'm stuck playing Hunter this Sunday. Then I got a message from TomTom that said, "Meow, what time do you start on Saturday?" And I was like, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. He goes, "Good. Saturday at 9, you're joining me for Raid Roulette."
Nice.
Deal? Question mark. And I was like, okay, was that a question? Nope. All right. So I'm going to do my first Raid Roulette, whatever the hell that means.
Sometimes fun.
Yeah.
It's Raid Roulette.
Yeah. So I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing they're going to spin a wheel and we're going to do a raid.
I can't wait to see this. This is going to be great.
Sweet.
And last thing is, as you heard earlier that I've been working 14-hour days. I had a major change in my life and it's for the better long term. But right now I'm legit working 14-hour days, probably for the next week, 7 days a week. And it's hard. So if you see me on stream and I'm a little tired, or you guys get in the voice chat in stream or in the podcast and I'm legit taking a 30-second nap, know that it's because I'm pooped.
I get it.
You know? And
yeah,
the last thing is, to all the ladies out there, just remember, don't be boring or you'll hear next. Nick, what's up? How was your week?
Mark is alluding to me my dating life. I'm evidently a little too quick on the scissors with cutting people from the roster.
Dude, do you guys ever see that show on MTV?
Next.
Called Next?
From back in the day?
A guy walks through the door and she goes, "Next." The guy comes up to her and says, "Hey, how are you?" Next. And that's the way.
You're too short. Next.
Yeah.
The guy they would always be on a bus and they'd just be like talking shit to each other in the bus. And then it'd be like, "Next." And then it just cut to like the bio for the guy. "Here's Chad. He was an alpha data made a plata frat." It was like, he's a business major and he can chug a beer in 3.4 seconds. And he gets 2 steps down the bus and you just hear the girl go, "Next." Like, "This is Thad. He's the captain of the football team."
Did you just call him Thad?
Yeah.
Is it Chad's brother? Or is it
No,
Brad?
that's from. Isn't that from
He's-
Blue Mountain State? Thad?
Yes, it's from Blue Mountain State. Exactly. Thank you.
We're the old people, Marcus.
Yes, that's okay.
Dude,
Anyway,
Blue Mountain State was fantastic.
Yeah, you'd love that show, Marcus.
but Nick, I was just kidding.
I know. It's funny. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. What have I been up to? So I intended to finish The Witcher. And then let's see. We recorded our 5-year anniversary episode on the Thursday before Christmas, right?
Which is amazing.
That's incredible. Go listen to that. Finish this episode and then go listen to that. But then of course Christmas happened. So like we recorded on a Thursday. Friday I was don't know what I was doing. I think wrapping gifts and in full Christmas Lollytown land, and did not remember to put the show up. And then once Christmas Eve came around, I was in full Christmas land and completely forgot. Like my family does a big shindig at my parents' house for Christmas Eve for my mom's side of the family. Like we play games, we have like a bunch of minute to win it stuff. I'm the reigning candy cane game champion. Thank you very much. I've got a little dynasty going. I won in 2018, 2019. I made the finals in 2021, and then I won this year again. So
Let's go.
and 2020 we didn't do it because
The master.
the whole pandemic. But the game it's a tournament with a bunch of people. Usually there's like 12 or so people that want to play. And it's like a minute to win it style game. So you're at a table. We use the kitchen table. Big old pile of candy canes, like 50 candy canes, just into a big jumble pile. Then each person has like on either side of the big jumble of candy canes. You got like a coffee can, like a bucket. And each person you're standing across from each other at the table. You put a candy cane in your mouth, and you have to hook other candy canes and drop them into your bucket. So you have to get as many candy canes as you can within a minute, and whoever has the most after a minute wins that round. Then you move on to the tournament, which is pretty legit. It's pretty fun. It's chaos. My dad plays like hockey game tunes over like the TV speakers from Spotify, and it's like and people are cheering like let's go, and then like I'm the announcer in between stuff. And next to the battle arena, it's Sally versus Grand Auntie Jane. It's the young versus the old, first generation versus the fourth. It's like I don't know, stupid stuff like that. But so that's fun. Then we have some other games too. I could break them down real quick. So you guys ever see those games where like people stand around a table and throw dice and to see who goes to do the thing? And the thing can be a little bit different. One of them, it would be you have to put oven mitts on, then try to unwrap a present. And then while you're working on it, like the other people are throwing dice, and whoever gets doubles gets to take the mitts from you and then try to unwrap the present. And then whoever successfully gets it gets to keep whatever's inside. Then there's another version of that where yes, that's exactly Jock Jam type stuff.
That's all I can see, and I can see Stormin just jamming with hockey too.
Yeah, and then he'll put like the organ on, so it's like net 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 net, or like I don't know, different hockey organ things. He loves it. He's got like the big Cheshire Cat grin. Like, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. For the record, Marcus, that does come through in the recording. I can see the waveforms.
Yeah, same.
Nice.
Oh, that's amazing. Then that's
perfect.
That's
actually,
perfect.
you know what? That just makes me really happy for the future because now I'm going to be able to like do that.
Insert stuff.
Yes.
Production quality just went higher.
Exactly.
Love.
So what the heck? Also, I just noticed that you put your name as Dirk Diggler. That's funny. I just noticed that right now. What was I talking about? Oh, the other variant of that game is like a giant ball of saran wrap, like basketball sized ball of saran wrap. In the middle is usually like a $25 gift card to like Amazon or something simple, and then like saran wrap, and then like trinkets as you go out. So like a pack of gum, a $1 scratch ticket, some mints, like I don't know, a nip bottle with some kind of alcohol, like, and then my aunt who puts it together will put like gag gift stuff. So put like a little can of sardines, or like I got a little can of like deviled ham, which is disgusting, and like little stuff like that. Like my sister got a package of like artichokes, which isn't that bad. She's like, oh, I'll actually eat this, but like things like that. So same style, you're throwing the dice, see who gets doubles. If you get doubles, you grab the pack and you start tearing the saran wrap off to get like whatever little trinket. And then obviously you keep whatever you unwrap while the other people are trying to roll doubles to take it from you and get a trinket. But it's very fun, gets very exciting and heated, and it's awesome. Then Christmas Day, I stayed over at my parents' house. I helped them clean up after that, all the shenanigans. I was also bartending that night. the running joke after I won the candy cane thing was like, oh yeah, Nick was bartending, so he got everybody else drunk so that he could win the game. Which
That
I
would
did
be a
not.
pretty good strategy, though.
That
Yeah, sounds like a
win.
W if you ask me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a W.
W
Which I
for
was-
everyone involved, actually.
I was gonna say I did not intend to do that, but everyone was really happy with the drinks, so I think it kind of worked
Wait,
out. That
everybody,
way.
just
Everyone's
so you
happy.
know,
Yeah.
so you know, Nick 100% says he doesn't do it intentionally, but 100% it is intentionally.
Every year you've won, have you also bartended?
I bartend every year.
Mm.
Oh.
Are we unraveling the conspiracy?
Oh, hey,
The
Suspicious.
dynasty is being questioned right now.
Auntie Joan, do you want another? You want another spritzer? And he's over there, glug 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 glug.
It's no chaser, straight
Hold
alcohol.
on, I just got to put some cranberry in it. He's got a little like
Really?
eyedropper. Boop. Here you
It just
go.
changed the color.
Of cranberry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I did not do that on purpose, for the record. But I was trying to
Not
get everybody drunk,
intentionally.
and then I realized, oh yeah, we got to go play games. But I also got myself a little inebriated, so I think it was an even playing field, quite frankly.
Mhm.
I think maybe I'm just better than my family at like doing
Holding your liquor.
fine motor skill tasks after drinking. Yeah, holding my liquor, as you could say, which is definitely true. So, anyways, after that, I end up it's okay. So I've got Christmas shenanigans, Christmas part 2, Christmas Day stuff. I wake up and do like wholesome Christmas morning things with the family. Then I took a nap because I was kind of hungover because obviously the shenanigans I've mentioned before. Then we ate dinner / lunch at like 1:30, 2 o'clock ish. My dad made a nice dinner for us. And then we went over to Marcus's house for dessert, which was awesome. We could see the kids run around going crazy, which was funny.
But it was.
And then
did we actually eat dessert or did we just drink?
we basically just drank, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I had a piece of cake. I had one piece of the European layer cake. Or the fruity thing, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
the one with chocolate because it's
No.
a lie. The cake.
Non-chocolate.
It's
The cake is a lie. The chocolate allergy
Chocolate.
is not. But
Did you say chocolate?
chocolate. I always hated it. What else was I talking about? Yep, so that was Christmas. So then finally on Monday, I slept into like noon because I was off and just being a lazy piece of shit, but also kind of needed it, you know? And then I didn't even try to sleep that late. I like just went to bed Sunday night and then just like didn't set an alarm and woke up, looked at my phone and was like, oh my God, it's noon. I got to not keep sleeping. And then got around to be like, okay, like I got to get going for the for stream tonight. And then the light bulb went off and I'm like, oh my God, I never posted the podcast. So I started working on that and I realized there's some technical difficulties with like the stuff syncing up and stuff. So my stream Monday was late because of that. I was posting the actual show. And so I was like, you know what? I don't want to like half-ass the ending of The Witcher 3. I'll just play some Call of Duty. And which was great. And I had a ton of fun. And then fast forward a week now, Marcus and Atrax are like, it's Call of Duty raid night. We're raiding on Monday. Don't book anything. It's all raiding all the time. It's like, forget The Witcher. We're dropping in, which you know what I'm saying.
I have to interject. That's not how it happened.
Well,
All
no.
right. I've been asking to get together for weeks, and then
100%. Yeah.
hey, we should do something when we're all off on, for vacation. And then I was like, all right, you know what? This is my last Monday that I have off. Now it's raid time.
Yeah. So then, like, I should say, from my perspective, I just got the memo. We're raiding. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
cool. And then we got the multiplayer, like, super mega squad team up, which was fun. That was Monday night. So I have the past 2 streams have been Call of Duty, but I do got to finish The Witcher. I don't mind streaming Call of Duty because I'm having a lot of fun. I'm playing, honestly, outside of stream, I'm playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2. I don't know why, but like I'm usually a Treyarch Call of Duty guy, so the Black Ops series, but I'm really, really, like Atrax is saying, I'm really enjoying this. It just feels good. It's like I got used to the quicker time to kill on this game pretty quickly, and I feel like I'm enjoying a lot of different gun styles, and I'm enjoying this game a lot. But outside of that, in real life stuff, I got a new car, kinda. So, a different car to me. Got an SUV. I had a little sedan previously. And my mom got a new car and then traded mine in with hers and gave me her old one, which was sweet. It's an SUV that I will definitely make use of because I always was maxing out my little sedan with
you sitting in the driver's seat.
well, yes, exactly. With just me sitting in the driver's seat, and then I'd pile the trunk full of paintball gear and forget it. Those 4 cylinders never stood a chance. But so that's cool. I'm doing all the adulting stuff of like getting my own insurance on it, and then like transferring the title is I got to do that tomorrow, and all that fun stuff. But so it's a whole. I'm doing adulting things, which is kind of cool, but kind of annoying. It's a lot of paperwork. But also, did you guys hear about that Bills player that had a cardiac arrest on the field?
Yeah.
Do you know the deets of what happened? I can explain it if you'd like.
More or less, I saw the footage of him falling on the field, but and then being, I think, taken off. But then that's it. I know that they were gonna start the game and then they stopped it again.
Yeah, the coaches kind of got together and were like, "Yeah, we shouldn't be playing this." But
Right.
so first things first, when talking about a cardiac arrest, you should be. I just want to say I like explaining medically things. That's why I brought it up. So like, if I'm being annoying, just stop me. But I like to explain stuff like this. So first things first, cardiac arrest and a heart attack are not the same thing. I don't know if you guys know that or not. A heart attack is when you have somebody gets some kind of clot in the blood vessels that go back to the heart tissue. So like, obviously your heart's a muscle and it needs resources, needs oxygen and food and stuff to pump properly to keep it going. So when you get a heart attack is when you get a blood clot in one of the vessels that feeds back to the heart itself. So that cuts off, resources to that section of the heart, and obviously is a big problem. The heart doesn't work as good. A cardiac arrest is when the heart does not pump properly, and it can either stops entirely or is in some weird rhythm, like the way it's pumping or the way it's trying to pump is not getting the blood out properly. So this guy had a cardiac arrest. So the second thing, it's not pumping properly. And the specific phenomenon is called, I forgot how to say it because it's in Latin. It's commotio cordis. So which is a Latin phrase that just means like thing that happened to your heart. So you have electrical impulses that make your heart beat in a specific pattern that makes the pumps all work properly to get the blood in and get the blood out properly. So if you get hit, well, first of all, 2 things have to happen. 1, you have a genetic predisposition for this happening. 2, you have a blunt trauma to your over your heart in a specific part of those electrical waves. So basically what happens is the big pump part at the bottom, your ventricles, all the cells that normally sync together to pump nicely and get the blood out, they just kind of all fire and at the same time and all disjointed and like just kind of wiggle in place. They don't actually pump properly. That's called ventricular. So that big pump at the bottom. Fibrillation is that like wiggling thing that they describe. So obviously, so there's no blood pumping. Your blood stops flowing, which is obviously you're gonna die at that point. So the good thing is though, is that can be corrected by getting shocked. So a defibrillation is called that because that type of rhythm of fibrillation, it corrects it. It's anti that. So when an AED is automatic, I forgot the E part, and defibrillator. But so what happened is this guy gets a big hard impact to his chest. He goes to tackle the guy, kind of catches him. The guy puts his shoulder right in his chest, boom, and it happens to hit him in the chest right in that perfect place in that electrical rhythm, and his heart goes into ventricular fibrillation, which means it's not pumping at all. So then the trainers rush on the field. They realize he's not responsive. They check a pulse. Oh shit. They start chest compressions to pump his heart for him while they get an AED set up. They put the AED on him. They shock him. They get pulses back. But the problem with him in particular is something else is like while his heart wasn't pumping, his breathing mechanism was not working either. So when he came back, so they got his heart pumping again, but his his breathing did not kick back in, so that's why he's been in the hospital. But supposedly he's doing better. So that's the story with that. It's called commotio cordis, and it's pretty common. Usually, it happens with people playing baseball. They'll take a baseball to the chest, and that happens. Or lacrosse, very similar. But yeah, that's the deeds. I saw a medical-y thing in the news. I was like, maybe I can explain this for folks because that's just something I like doing is explaining medically things. I also got some paintball gear that I showed off to you guys before the stream, before we started recording. I mean, today, that I'm pretty excited about because I'm on a different team now, a new team. I'm going to be playing in Division 2 at the NXL level, so that's exciting. It's an up a skill level and playing nationals, so I'm excited about that. But I've got a different sponsorship, so I had to get some different gear. Anywho, that's it for me. In AIE news, Tuesday nights are the place to be in AIE. Marcus, what do we got going on Tuesdays?
So Tuesday nights we have at 9 p.m. Eastern is Destiny 2's clan night.
Oh yeah.
Every week we get together, do PvP, Gambit, strikes, just hang out, story stuff, whatever the community wants to do. It's really a casual night. Just come hang out. It's really a lot of fun. 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays, as well as Star Wars: The Old Republic's mandatory fun night, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. The big new changes in SWTOR right now have people excited. I guess they're doing a 64-bit client upgrade. It's on the PTS now. I'm going to do I'm not going to check it out until it goes live because I'm curious to see, is it going to look more like ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, with this client update? And I'm still going to go back and do the new story for the year. I was giving them a little while to work out whatever bugs there might be so I don't have a meltdown on stream. I'm really hoping that 2023 is a better year for that game.
I hope so too.
I don't want to see them struggle, and I'm not saying that they're struggling, but I don't want to see another year of just 2 updates and
not a lot of content and all that.
Not a lot of content in it. I understand in this latest update, there was a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes that they didn't announce until now. But hey, I still love the game. It means a lot. And join us.
So, hey, do you like Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Destiny 2?
Yep.
Do you like World of Warcraft? Do you like Guild Wars 2? Do you like Lord of the Rings Online? Do you like Final Fantasy 14? Well, then AIE is the place for you. We have a guild calendar with many, many weekly fun nights, including mandatory fun night, but not limited to mandatory fun night, where you can play all of those games with lots of people like you, whether or not you're super good at it or super terrible at it, like Marcus is. You can play the game with other people, and we have lots of other games. We have channels for any game you can think of, and a channel for the nomads who think they have a game that nobody else plays, but they always find somebody else. So anyways, if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org, get our Discord information, click that link, that button, the Discord icon in the top right-hand corner of the website, and ask for a guild invite, whether or not you play Star Wars: The Old Republic, Destiny 2, Lord of the Rings Online, World of Warcraft, or any games. We would love to have you.
And we've been doing this for a little bit, so I know Nick has to pee.
Exactly. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we're talking with SmPlayboi about role-playing in GTA 5, which we already got into, but we have more pointed and specific questions.
Okay.
First things first. Okay. Do I need to be a streamer in order to role-play? If me,
No.
Joe Schmo,
No.
wants to get in GTA 5?
Yeah, absolutely not. Literally, all you need is a copy of GTA 5, and then download the client 5M. It's completely free, and you find a city to play in. That's it. It just honestly, you could do that through Discords or anything.
Can you play RP on a PS5 or an Xbox?
Technically, no. So the mod system is ran through 5M, and they have like their own client, and they're mostly, I mean, as far as I know, PC based.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. That makes a lot of sense. But
So earlier, I was gonna say earlier, you mentioned like you can join cities. Is a city kind of like a server?
Yeah. So okay, my bad. So
Okay.
we earlier when you were asking me about different like words that people use to stay in character, like obviously I've been playing this for so long that like they're
Yeah.
servers. That's it. Instead of calling them servers, you'll be like, oh, I went to this city and the name of the city. So like I'm playing Grind RP. That's the city. That's the name of the city.
Got it. And it's that server essentially. But,
Yeah, is that
but in
server.
character, it's the city. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
can you play on more than one server?
Yeah, you could play on as many servers as you want. A lot of times what ends up happening is people get super into the economy, the community of that one city, because they'll have their own discords. They'll have a bunch of different community things. They'll get so into that they may only play one city. But you can, different cities have different stuff. The different devs and different things or events or people that may play there is why you want to play there. Like I play a couple different cities just because I play DOJ in those cities. So I'm fighting different cases. Like I don't actually have to go in that city and meet people. I'm literally just going in there to do court stuff. And then that's my RP that I enjoy. And then I can go back to the city that I can hang out in.
That's cool.
Pretty neat. For Joe Schmo, who's just starting out, what sort of experience would you need to start playing RP? Would you just could you just play some GTA and then hop right in? Or do you need to experience 5M quite a little bit? Is there a tutorial in 5M?
So there's tons of content creators that have made guides for like staying in character. But most communities will have like some form of Discord. So every city will probably have some form of Discord that you can go in, and they'll kind of give you a guide of, hey, these are the rules here. These are the do's and don'ts. These are how you can stay in character, different things like that. For newer people, you can honestly just tell people and they'll kind of let you know. Like when I first started playing, we really didn't know all of the different lingo. Like I didn't know, like if I wanted to log out, I had to say, hey, I'm going to fly out the city. I would just be like, yeah, I'm going to get off for the night. And, people started telling me like, oh yeah, you mean you're going to fly out? And so it was like little corrections like that to where I started catching on. And so now the more you play and the more you're around other people that have been used to RPing, the more they can tell you. So like, it seems like a lot getting into it if you overthink it, but it becomes so easy. Like you don't realize, like a lot of people, for example, I was telling CamryCon about it because CamryCon, I don't know if you guys know him. He's a fellow streamer.
I do.
Yep.
Okay. So Cam, I was telling him about it because he loves Grand Theft Auto, right? So I was like, this would be perfect. This is around a time when I was just starting to get into it. And he's just like we're saying, average Joe Smo, never played it. I had never really had that much information on it. So I was giving it to him as I got it. And he's like, nah, I don't like it. Because he was intimidated by the fact that he was like, oh, I got to kind of be in character the whole time. A lot of times your character is just you answering questions or you playing out whatever that scene. So if you decided to be a gang member and another gang member approaches you, then of course you guys are going to have that scene, that situation that's going to play itself out. So
right.
It's really not super hard or that intimidating. You honestly could just get in and have fun. And a lot of cities have people that'll kind of steer you in the right way if you find a really good community.
That's awesome.
It's so crazy to me that it's that in depth. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. And like the biggest one for me is because like I remember like SWOTOR, right? Like what server? Which server do you join when you're first playing? Like, how do you apply to be in a server? Like, do you suggest somebody go to like those kill cities just to get in the game? Just to try it to start?
No. If you're looking for, so you'll know when you log in to the 5M client, it'll have like a big button that says play. And so you can browse through the different cities and they'll have a description there. So they'll have like, streamer friendly or RP server or semi-serious RP or just straight out 100K or die. So you'll kind of know what you're getting into. And then they'll also have like a Discord link. So before you ever go into the city, you can click the Discord and go check it out, read up on the rules, see if this is kind of like your flavor of cities, and kind of get a feel for it before you ever get in. And then there's 3 types of cities. So this is something that a lot of people don't know. So like the basic, kind of knowledge is there's what you call like a whitelisted city, where that's like kind of a secure city, right? Like they only let certain people in. You have to be a member of the Discord. And that's so that you can't, they can catch modders and hackers and different people that may throw off the community and different things like that. But you have to be whitelisted, which means, sometimes it's an application process where you really have to go in, put a character backstory, fill out, like, it's one city I really wanted to be a part of because you guys know I like music. It's called Echo RP. It's a really big city. There's hundreds of people playing in this city a day. And I wanted to be a part of it because of the music thing. I applied. Their application is huge. They want a 5,000 word character backstory. They want it's in depth, but they know that if you're going to sit the time down and invest in that application, then when you get in the city, you're not going to be going, out of character. You're going to be following the rules. Like it's going to all fall in place. So you got the whitelisted servers. Wow. Then you have like private whitelisted servers. So there's one called, Grizzly World, which Grizzly World is huge, right? It's a huge server. It was made by this rapper named T Grizzly, who's kind of like made GTA RP famous. Like he's one of the big names in the GTA RP world. And for his server, he has 2. He has like a regular one anybody can get into, and then he has a whitelisted one where sometimes you have to pay for a whitelist application so that you can actually get in the city. Like it's a bunch of little things. And then, like I said, the last one, the most anybody can just go into, you just click connect and you fly into that city, and there's not much of anything. To me, if I was someone and I could go back and tell myself like this, I would just say, hey, stick to whitelisted cities. The first city I flew in wasn't a whitelisted city. You could just join the Discord, fly in the city, and get shot in your face. Now the ones that I'm into are the more whitelisted ones that kind of have people that are actually more invested in the community and the different things like that, and trying to make the cities more fun for everybody with whatever role they have,
That is so crazy to me. I get it though. Like
insane.
I'd imagine those whitelisted communities or cities, I should say, are you really want to be in there because if it's essentially invite only, like the quality control of like anybody in there is like super into their role playing, like is super gonna stay in character. So I'd imagine the quality of like the scenes you're getting into is way better too, because like everybody is super invested. On top of like, it's a good way to, like you were mentioning before, it's a good way to ensure like, oh, you're not gonna get any extra like hackers or people like screwing up that time for you.
Like there's, like I said, the scenes. I'm not gonna lie, and I was telling you kind of like about different scenes, like how I got kidnapped earlier. Like the stuff in the game, sometimes you're just the witness of a scene, and you were around and something crazy happened or something funny happened, and you're just like, wow, that's crazy. Like I'd never expected that. Actually, so I got I've been putting a lot of these on TikTok because I've been wanting to kind of share the experiences. One of the recent TikToks that I made, it's the cops arresting someone. And so there's one cop that everybody knows in this city that he calls when he takes you to jail. He says, "I'm taking you to the booty house." So that's his catchphrase, right?
Yep.
And so when he comes in, he's like, "Oh, I'm taking you to the booty house." So we have a clip where my girlfriend who plays with me, she's a paramedic, she's EMS. So if you get hurt or anything, you have to go to the hospital. You have to see her. Like they have to perform surgery sometimes, different things like that. And so the guy, I guess he got shot in the face with a taser, so he ended up at the hospital. And so the cops are like, "Oh, we finally got you." He's like, "What y'all locking me up for?" And the cops are dancing around him. It's like, "You go into the booty house, to the booty house." And I put that on TikTok, and that's like such a memorable and hilarious moment that I didn't even get to see. I just got to see a clip because she thought it was hilarious. Like it's stuff like that everyone's in character. Like that's what that cop's character is.
Oh yeah.
And everyone knows that.
He's fucking insane.
It's great though. It's like stuff
you never would. Cool.
How much is the 5M software?
It's free.
It's free.
Wait, so how are they making money on it?
They're not. They're making money through people who want to do like Patreons to them.
People are invested enough. I'm 100% sure they donate if there's a donate link.
There's a Patreon link, and that's literally it. That's how 5M is staying up. And then, but the thing is, so 5M, it's like this. 5M is the framework for all of the mods that you can put onto the Grand Theft Auto stuff, right? But if you own your own city, it's like if you've played Ark or any of those type games, right? So Valheim, for example, too. You can buy your own server in Valheim or in Minecraft, right? It's just like that. So they're buying their own server, and that's the city. Now, the framework for that is coming from GTA coding. The stuff that they're adding extra, so like the fact that if you get shot, the paramedics can go put you on a crutch or remove a bullet from you or different things like that.
Yes.
That's the modded code work from 5M that the developers are taking the 5M software and implementing it onto the GTA framework.
Did you ever play the standard issue Grand Theft Auto 5?
No. I literally only bought GTA 5 so that I could play 5M.
I feel like I
Wow.
should play it. I never did either. I've never actually played a Grand Theft Auto game like for a long period of
The last
time.
Grand Theft Auto game I played was San Andreas.
Wow. Yeah.
And I don't even think I
for
beat
me
it.
too. On the PlayStation Portable, good old PSP.
Good old PSP. Yeah.
How long is the GTA 5 campaign? I feel like I would enjoy it.
No
It's
clue.
a few hours at least.
Oh, it's
It is
probably
pretty good. You have like 3 different characters.
So,
31 and a half hours. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
what would
Wow.
you say would be like if you're setting up like the do's and the don'ts?
Do watch some 5M streamers. Like watch some people that are doing GTA RP because it feels intimidating when you first get into it, but it's really, really, really simple. I would suggest watch anyone. Watch big ones, small ones. It doesn't matter. But watch a 5M streamer, or even a YouTube video, just so that you can kind of be like, oh, this is what I'm getting into. Okay, I could do that. That's not too hard. Don't break character. Go with the scene.
Wow.
Because honestly, sometimes the scenes are so memorable. Like you're not, like I said before, you're not gonna get. I highly doubt that any of the experience that I've had playing this game could be sat down and someone could write it out and they can go that same way. Like
Not a chance.
they're just organically, they happen and like I sit back, I'll cut the game off. I'll sit back after playing sometimes and go, what the fuck? And it'll be like a good what the fuck, but I'll be replaying it. Like I said, I get so excited and passionate about talking about it now because it's so organic. I can't recreate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
What would you
improv. Sorry to cut you off, Nick, but it's like improv at its finest, you know? Just
Yeah.
a bunch of
Yes.
improv.
There's no script.
Nothing.
No.
That's so wild. I was gonna say, so like if I'm imagining me like going to play, right? Download 5M, GTA 5, all that stuff. Then I'm like, all right, what kind of role do I want to pick up? Like what kind of person do I want to play as? Like, do you have any tips for like job roles to sort of that are easier to like act in? You know what I mean? Or is it kind of just got to be whatever
Honestly,
you think you'd
it's
like?
literally whatever. So I had this conversation with my girl. That was one of the main reasons why our first city, which was like I said, 100K or die, it wasn't really RP, but that's what we wanted. We kind of jumped into that with the same, we just got to get our feet wet. I honestly hated that we did that because now that we understand what RP is and we have a deeper like kind of gist of how to play the game, like that was a dumb choice because it's night and day. And so one of her fears was like, I don't know what character I'm supposed to play. Like I'm just me. Your character can just be you.
Right.
And
Okay,
you can answer
okay.
the questions the way you want to because
That
no
is
one
so-
knows that that's not you. You could just be playing the game and responding how you are. Like I'm a mayor, quote unquote, right? Which evolved from being a lawyer, a really good lawyer, winning some really good cases, blah, 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 blah. And I RP'd all the way up to being the mayor. But my mayor character is flirtatious as shit. I'm at strip clubs. I'm getting drunk in the game. I'm passing out ecstasy and weed to people. Like my mayor is like a horrible fucking person. And my girl plays with me, right? And she's just this nice, wholesome EMS
Yes.
who's just, going to work and reviving people. And I'm the mayor of the city. I'm like one time I had to stop because like me and her, we live together. So, we're playing, we're joking. And in the game, I was fucking with her when I was still a lawyer and I had just started like possibly I was going to be mayor at that time. So
What?
some guy was talking to her and I was like, who the fuck you talking to? And so like, we're fucking around. Like she's literally sitting there and we're trying not to laugh. So we're fighting, fist fighting in the game. And I had to stop because someone was like, it really doesn't look good that the mayor of the city is beating up his girlfriend. But we're like joking, right? And I was like, oh shit. And that doesn't look good. But in the game, you're like, we're outside the game fucking dying.
Yeah.
But in the game, it's like, okay, hold on. I ain't gonna beat you up in the game no more because it's gonna look bad.
That's awesome.
But it's I don't know. It's such a different experience. And like the stories, like she's told me stories where like when the women come in and RP having babies. Like
that's so crazy.
Exactly. Like there's an OBGYN, like they actually develop a stomach. They have like a script that's coded in to when they're pregnant, they kind of stumble a little bit because they're nauseous. And it's nuts. It's like the detail that they put into these games is like, wow.
I'm so blown away by all this.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'm lost.
And you know what? Like Nick, you asked a really good question. You was like, well, what job could I get? Honestly, it doesn't matter because like you could really be whoever you want to be in the city. Like let's say, so for example, the new city that I'm flying in as a defense lawyer. But my defense lawyer can do anything in the city. Like I don't have to be, the progress isn't linear. Like I don't have to solely be a defense lawyer.
I can understand that too.
Like, just like real life, like, you might have a job, but it doesn't mean that's what you're doing in game all the time.
Yeah. And like, so like my last city, my mayor was corrupt as shit. He's a horrible mayor. He was a semi-corrupt lawyer who became a corrupt mayor. And the thing is like, even playing through those scenarios, like my mayor's selling drugs and shit. Like he's supporting gangs and shit. If the cops ever caught my mayor, it's a RICO case and he can go to jail forever. And then those are real consequences where like they call something called like a character kill. What? If you go to jail for a long time, like what would be considered life, you have to delete that character. And everything that you got on him, that character it's over. Like that character died. Their storyline ended. And they have certain cities where gang members or just regular civilians can be character killed. And that storyline of that character is over. Forever.
Wow.
I almost got killed one time like that. It's great.
Yeah. Well, you can't just drop a sentence like that and not explain.
Yeah. Okay, so look, what had happened was, this is a story though. Okay. So I'm a corrupt mayor, at the time, but I never personally sell drugs or do anything. I always have like an associate. So at this time, I didn't have an associate. So it was a guy in the game named Skull. And we were kind of feeling each other out, and I was grooming him to possibly be my next associate so that he could handle, some of the stuff that I actually can't handle. His girlfriend,
need a fall guy.
Yeah. Fall guy. His girlfriend asks for a job. So I say, okay, I'll give your girlfriend a job. This is his girlfriend in the game.
Okay.
And he doesn't want me to give her a job. So we get into a huge fight because he's like, you're going to give my girl a job. She's going to be working with you all the time. I'm like, bro, it's your girl. What the fuck? And this is supposed to be like my underworld associate being really sensitive over this girl. So I give her the job. We have a falling out. I don't want to talk to him no more. I don't give her the job. I re-give her the job. All types of drama. Long story short, he pulls a gun on me. I go to the mafia members that I know and I put a hit out on him. So when I put a hit out on him, one of the mafia members backstabs me and tells his gang I put a hit out on him.
Oh, shit.
So their gang leader, when I was a lawyer, their gang leader was one of my highest paid clients. Like he was paying me like $500,000 every time I came and got him out of jail. And so he calls me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm already kind of weirded out about it because I don't know if they know that I put a hit out on him.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting for confirmation to see if the hit can go through. I also don't know at that time that I'd been crossed, right? So he calls me. He's like, hey, pull up at our shop because they have an auto mechanic shop. He's like, hey, pull up, man. I want to talk to you about some stuff. I'm kind of nervous about maybe them building a RICO. I know you don't practice law no more, but maybe you can look into it, as a mayor. So I go to their shop. We're talking. He's like, hey, do me a favor, let's leave the shop. I don't want the cops up here looking for you. So, come out to the neighborhood, come to the hood, and, we'll talk. He's like, I got you. Everything's okay. You already know I got you. Now, I've done this as a lawyer, right? I've been to their hood because I was that kind of lawyer where like they were cool with me pulling up in their neighborhood. It's gangbangers out here. They just let me come by because I've gotten them out of so many cases.
Yeah,
So
of course. Yeah.
To me, that's not, too
Not an unreasonable request.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay. So I pull up to the neighborhood. And the first thing I notice is like they're kind of all scattered out. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I drive the neighborhood.
Outside?
Yes, I drive the neighborhood a couple of times. At this time, this is the biggest gang in the city. There's like 20 or 30 people in this gang, like players in this gang.
Yeah.
And I drive around. I'm like, that's weird. So I finally pull up. And the leader, the gang leader, he's like, hey, man, what's going on? So he's all friendly. We're talking. Now, I do know some information that they are building a RICO on him, but I also know that I got a hit out on one of his gang members. So I'm like, man, listen, you guys got to be careful. I heard some information and I know that they're building a RICO on you guys. He's like, man, come over here. You got to tell the guys that. So as soon as I walk over there, they all start pulling their guns out. So there's a rule in the RP community called value your life and fear. So if someone pulled a gun out on you in real life, you're going to do what the fuck they say. Like, you don't want to get shot in the face. So it's the same thing in the gang.
What?
In the game. So they pull guns on me. So immediately they're like, put your hands up. So I put my hands up. I'm
Is
like,
that for
all right.
real?
This is for real. Yes. This is all a real story in the game. So I put my hands up. I'm like, oh my fucking God. What the fuck happened? He's like, so you put a hit out on one of my boys, huh? I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, man, I'm trying to explain my way. I'm like, listen, he fucking pulled a gun on me and this is all over a girl and blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, we're going to learn. So they tied me up and you can actually be tied up. They tied me up and drove me to a cemetery and threw me in the grave. And they started talking about throwing me in the grave. So it's like, so what color you want your casket to be? And this is the whole scene. So they're doing this. And so the guy that I put a hit out on, they tell him to get in the grave with me so that he can shoot me and kill me. So the rules for a character kill is you have to be shot in the head and then shot more than 5 times. And so they throw me in the grave and he shoots me in the head and the whole gang unloads on me and then they clip it and send it in so that I can be character killed.
What the?
So that my mare is completely dead, right? So when they did it, I'm like, fuck. Because I've been playing, I got my way all the way up to be this mare, right? I'm like, fuck.
Right.
Because you have to delete that. It's over. So I'm sitting here, I'm kind of like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you got to delete your tune.
Oh,
your character.
fuck. And that's the only tune because I'm one of those people that play one tune most times.
Yeah,
And in the game, another piece of lingo is called. They don't call them tunes or characters. It's your soul. So that's my only soul. So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fucked. So my girl in real life is like, no, but think about this, and you can't get killed because you're a civilian, and character kills only go for gang members, and it's like beating on dead fucking ears because I'm like, fuck, I'm dead. Like my guy is gone. It's over with. The Playboi that I've worked up and got this much influence, it's over. So I finally start, I buckle down, right? I vape a little bit. I'm like, hold on, wait. So my girl's telling me she's just throwing information at me. So I go look at the rules in Discord, and the rules in Discord say that civilian characters, which means that you're not in a gang, you're not a police officer, you're just a regular person. Civilians can't be character killed. So I'm like, okay. So I'm pushing that. And so as I'm pushing that, there was another rule that Hitman RP, which is exactly what I did by placing the hit on this guy, that it's not valid in the city. So now my girl's like, you're a lawyer in the city. You can do this. Just act like you're fighting for someone else and act like this is like a case you're taking and fight it. I fought them against it. They said that I wouldn't be character killed and my mayor character still lives.
Jesus.
Victory.
Victory is right.
I'm such a piece of shit that then people are in the Discord going, well, since Playboy's dead, like, are we voting for a new mayor? And so I'm like, I'm still alive. And now the owner, this is the crazy part. So the owner, one of the owners at the time was the person who was CKing me because that was his gang member that I had put the hit on.
Oh, damn.
And so he was like, nah, partner, you dead. The other 2 owners was like, bro, it's no Hitman RP. He can't be killed, so. And so I won But for like 2-3 days straight, like on my character, I was wearing like masks and shit because I didn't want nobody to know who I was. I was laying low. Like I bought new cars. I was like, they're going to fucking kill me. They're going to get a second shot at it and they're going to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
And I was good. And then coincidentally, I ended up signing the RICO warrant that took his gang down.
Damn.
Yo!
Right.
Let's go. Wrecked him. Like a
Wrecked is
month
right.
later,
Oh,
wrecked him.
man.
His whole gang got disbanded and it was over with. I was like,
Playboi on top. Let's go.
I fucking won. So it's like
That's
I said, it's
crazy.
an experience, man. It's like it's such a different experience from any other game I've played. And like it seems like it'll be scary when you first jump in, but you have those kinds of little stories and those kinds of scenes that you're just like, I want more of that. Like, how
Hell
do I
yeah.
get that again? Because I like retelling the story is making me like, dude, that was crazy.
That's wild.
Absolutely.
I'm a little speechless. That's such a crazy story. And to like think that's all player generated.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
like-
what makes you want to play.
Yeah, because it's all like, oh, what am I gonna get? What is gonna happen today?
Like
You have
I
no idea.
literally have no idea when I fly into the city, I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about games that I've played that I really enjoy, like that are really open world, like a Skyrim or the Fallout series or like Red Dead Redemption 2, which I really, really loved. The part of the fun is like, oh, I don't really know what's going to happen. And some of the things I enjoyed the most about Red Dead 2 was like the random little side events that would happen. Like you just find a lady on the side of the road being like, help me, my horse broke his leg or something. It's right over here. Then you come over and it's like you get attacked by like vampires or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you explore like this old cabin and then you like open a book and it's got like weird writing on it, like the person who wrote it was going insane and everybody's in the cabin's dead. And then like a light floods the cabin. You look up and there's a UFO above the cabin.
I
Yeah.
don't remember
Just
that
like
one.
random stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like all of these, so the scenes you're describing are all like wild and crazy things that can happen in GTA 5 that like are not even within the scope of the game that you would assume. So like there's lots of crazy things that can happen in Skyrim or Fallout, but like they're all sort of within, you know, it's going to be within a certain framework of like the
Yeah, they're
game
all in the
lore.
code.
Yeah, in the code, but
Yeah.
like there's a sort of range of things that you kind of expect to happen. Same thing with Red Dead. It's a lot of cowboy type things. People are
Yeah.
trying to get you to draw to duel or like go like wrangle a cattle from somewhere, something, right?
Yeah.
But like
Escort them.
in-
Yeah.
escort whatever the mission may be. But like in this, it's totally open ended, and you can
Yeah.
have completely whatever experience like happens. So
And
that's
yeah.
that's the major draw. So like again, going back to what you said about roles, like you would have a completely different experience being like a paramedic or a cop or civilian with no job. Like you can do that. You can be a civilian with no job and just find hustles in the game, or a drug dealer or a gang member. Like all of those different little roles end up with a different community that somehow interacts with your community in some way, shape, or form. So like, even though I'm in the DOJ, like let's say I played a straight edge lawyer, which I'll never play because I kind of like the double agent kind of storyline. It's fun.
yeah.
But like, let's say I played a straight edge just lawyer. I still could have anything happen to me because I'm going to be interacting with people that are considered criminals and gang members and different stuff like that. What if I pissed one of them off and they shot me? Or you don't know. Like you could be within that framework. Like my girl, she's a paramedic and you know, she does the EMS, she goes, heals people. You never know what's going to happen when you pull up on that scene. Like, are the other gang members going to be outside? Like what's going to happen? Like she pulled up one time and I guess it was a gang shootout and there was like 14 bodies just scattered out. She's like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Like you don't know. Like,
Yeah.
and then that's, like I said, that's the big draw, because even in her scripted role as I'm here to serve the community and revive people and help people and stuff like that, she doesn't know what's going to happen on each call. And so that's part of the excitement for her. And then also there's like the hierarchies of each community. So like she can be a paramedic and then become the chief supervisor over the entire hospital.
Right.
So it's
That's
like,
so cool.
like I said, the levels aren't gaining the level isn't like what we would expect in most traditional games. Like, I know if I play a dungeon and I get a higher item level piece to drop, I'm like, oh, that's it. But in this, let's say you just go up to a car and you just opened it because you didn't have a car, and you went in the glove box and found like $10,000 that a player just left there because they were running into the car or running into the store, or that then becomes the same equivalent. Or you're an EMS.
You're like,
Yeah, or you're an EMS or a rookie cop who goes from solo recruit to now you can go out and patrol. Like that, it becomes equivalent to that. And that's where I did good, or, I caught a criminal, or, I beat my case. You know, that's where, that's the only translation like I could say like to traditional video gaming.
Right. That is so crazy.
What would you, if I was starting or Nick or Atrax was starting this, what would be the first 5 tips you would tell us?
Have fun. Don't worry about making mistakes. Watch someone who's been doing it for a while so you can pick up kind of like some of the lingo. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And then the last one, just don't break character. And I say that because every real serious RP city, like that's the main thing. Like the experience you're going to, even if you don't know something, just go with the scene and then ask questions after, because the experience of those scenes, like you'll never get that shit again. Like you'll go through it and you'll be like, oh man, what do I do right here? Just go with it. Whatever it is, just fucking go with it.
Some
great
crazy shit.
Go with the flow.
That would be my best advice. Just go with it. Cause it's fun.
Atrax and Marcus, before we move on, what do you think you would play as? Like, what would your job be in the city?
And remember, it is literally limitless, though. Like, there can be a script that someone can create to do it.
Yeah,
I
have a couple too.
All right, yeah.
ahead,
So
Marcus.
I would have 2. Like I'll give the non-logical one. I would be a stripper.
You literally could.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Okay.
not, I would. Like I think I would love to be like. I would love to like work in a grocery store and fix things in a grocery store.
Bro, in this new city that I'm flying into, there's literally an Aldi's that you can go buy food and cook. Like real
cool.
food. Like chicken.
You
Like
go.
you can go look at your Aldi's freaking paper or whatever, and that same food is in that store.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
I think, I work in the medical field in real life, so I feel like a paramedic would be cool. Like,
Yeah.
because like you get to be out and about in the city, but then you also do like the medically things that I actually kind of think is cool. Like I wouldn't want to be a cop or something because I'm not like in that space,
Mhm.
But I do want to be like out and about to like interact with people, in the city. Otherwise, like maybe like I don't know. Yeah, like you want to get into like a little bit of danger or trouble, Otherwise, so I'm like, I don't know, something in like a strip club or something.
Maybe it would be a male gigolo. I'm just calling it out.
Or the strip club DJ.
You could do that. Like there's people that like, all right, so like taking pictures in game, like really good pictures, there's people that will just brand themselves as a photographer and take
cool.
really good screenshots, and then you can use that because the way it's set up is so like, let's say I take a picture from Discord, you can put that link in like your phone or your camera and save that picture. So that whatever it is, meme, real life picture, whatever, and it'll show up in the game.
Oh, that's really
crazy.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That is wild.
Like when I'm saying they have like Twitter in the game, like there's a real live Twitter feed
like
that people are, and it's for the city. It's just people are like, hey, I'm at the casino, and they're taking a picture in the game of their character and posting on in-game Twitter. Or so the new city, this city grind, I am so fucking excited about this. Like you don't understand, bro. They have Discord. They have an app for your iPhone in the game that's Discord that you can now have like a in-game disc. Exactly. Like it's like,
wow.
What the fuck are you guys doing? And like
that's crazy.
A Discord for your Discord.
A Discord for your game. And that's
a Discord in-game.
Wow.
Yeah.
An in-game Discord.
That's crazy.
Like
in-game Discord. That's
mind blown.
1.2 million well spent.
Bro, if I ever hit that, what?
Right?
Like, how else would you want to spend your money if you could spend it anyway? Like, make a game you can play with your friends and make it however you want to play it.
That would be it.
That's a great way to spend it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I always thought I'd buy a paintball field, but I don't know about that anymore. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
But
You could
it's
have
awesome.
a virtual paintball field, Nick.
I could make a
actually-
that's
no,
what you
listen,
can
listen,
do.
listen. I'm gonna tell you this. There actually is paintball and airsoft in cities. Like my
There
city
you
that I'm
go.
in Southland, there is an actual like you can when you buy the paintball gun, it's an actual in-game paintball gun that comes
Yeah.
with paintball bullets that you can go to a paintball field and fight against other people. And the airsoft gun is an actual little airsoft pistol that you
Yeah.
go and play against other players.
That's cool.
That's
I wonder
pretty
what
cool.
now I want to know what the gun model is modeled after. Like which
It's
market.
not a good one. It's just like a basic one.
It's like a
It's a
Tippin or
basic-
spider or something.
Basic
terrible.
little paintball gun.
Yeah.
Generic paintball gun A.
Basically.
Right.
I think it would be cool to either be a like I don't know ship dock worker, as in like, oh, I don't know what's in that container. I just unloaded it and checked the manifesto, and there are drugs in there, guns. Is it full of corn? I don't know. I just
couldn't tell ya.
move it. Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. What cops are coming? All right, I'm just here doing my job, man. I don't know. You need me to ship this undesirable thing? Okay, all right. Crate it up, send it out,
Create it up.
and then
And
the other one.
That's
Go ahead.
dope. No, I'm saying, and what's crazy is that they could literally write a script, a custom code for you to do something like that. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm saying you can be any, I mean, Atrax, you already know a lot about this, but like, you
Oh
can
yeah.
literally,
Oh, yeah.
Marcus, like Nick, like okay, so this city is so crazy. They have an arena in Maze Bank, which Maze Bank is like a landmark in GTA. Like everyone knows, just a big ass arena. They have an arena. So this Saturday, when you see me stream, if you catch the beginning, Anthony Davis is actually hosting like an opening ceremony.
Oh my God.
So people are going to be actually doing their real music in game and performing as the opening to the city is now opening. And this is the
That's
crazy
so
part. So I
cool.
brought that up to say, so, obviously Anthony Davis is a basketball player. This same arena where they're going to be holding a concert, it can be changed to a basketball floor, and there's going to be basketball teams in this city. The same arena can also be changed to an indoor turf football field, and there's going to be football teams in the city.
That's so cool.
There's a studio
That's
that's
so
a
cool.
talk show studio that's a job someone can have. That they
I'd
just
like
do
to do that
talk
too.
shows.
Show host.
Yeah, they just do talk shows.
That is so
and they
cool.
hire their production team and stuff.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what sort of
Your-
footage comes out of that.
I have
server.
no idea, but I genuinely feel like, honestly, like this city has gotten me so excited that, like, normally, like I said, people join cities and they just get so caught up in that city that they never actually reach out and go to other cities because they're just there. Like, that's where all of their new friends are. And
Yeah.
I'm just so fortunate that, like, the people that I play with in this city, we're all kind of like, hey, let's try it, because they gave us early whitelist access because we're going to be lawyers and stuff like that. So we've seen stuff in the city that no one else has ever seen. Like, only business owners and important roles within the city are able to fly in right now. So we're seeing all of the work, all of the 1.2 that he's dumped into this city. Like, when I say there's an amazing Kobe tribute up there. Like, we haven't
nice.
even explored the entire city yet. And we were on earlier for like maybe 4 or 5 hours just walking around.
What the
Wow.
That's
like,
awesome.
It's that much shit. Like, the detail that he's put into it. Like, so you buy your phone, right? And let's say you're running and you jump into some water. Your phone is broken. You have to actually go take it to get repaired because you jumped in water with your phone in your pocket.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
if
awesome.
you're not
So
wearing
awesome.
a coat and it's raining outside, you can get sick and spread that. There can be COVID outbreaks in the city. So
That's
like,
awesome.
I am so excited for this, and like Saturday it's gonna be so dope. 'Cause like I'm probably gonna try to stream as long as I can and just show as much. I don't know what's gonna happen. I know they're planning on doing court cases like maybe up to 4 times a week. So as stuff starts rolling, that'll be a lot of my stream. Like, you'll see Playboi's life outside of the courthouse, his life inside of the courthouse. I don't know what all shenanigans I plan on getting into with this dude, but I mean, I just don't want to get killed right away.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I get murdered right away, but I'm excited.
heck yeah.
That's super cool.
It's that time again, everybody.
Oh yeah. What time is it
It's
for?
time for working class questions.
A-Trax, you want to start us off?
Sure. Vernalicious asks our first working class question of the episode. What is your favorite late night snack?
You know what I'm talking about.
Nutri-Grain bar.
I have some of those actually in the cabinet.
Trail mix. Any
Trail
trail,
mix?
mix? Any, I don't know. I love trail mix.
I feel like for dry snacks like that, I mean, the purple Doritos are always a go-to.
No, it's not. They're too
Oh,
messy.
those are good.
Those are
I eat it with
good.
chopsticks.
Oh, that's
What?
Oh, there you
What?
go.
You're
That's a
supposed
good
to get the
solution.
finger dust. No.
Well, if I'm gaming, I don't.
Yeah, then
you
it
know?
gets all
I
over
do.
the
I
not
just
talking
keyboard.
about
clean the
gaming.
stuff. I just clean the
Talking
stuff.
about late night snack. See, a late night snack to me is like after you're done for the night and it's like 1:30 in the morning and you're like, all right, I gotta eat something. I grab a Nutri-Grain bar. It's not messy. It tastes delicious and it's not big and you can go to bed.
And I
There
feel
you
like,
go.
well, typically, if like a late night snack, I'm inebriated in some way, shape, or form. So I'm like, all right, I'm home. What do I want to eat? And then I'm like, okay. Usually I want something more substantial, like with protein. Like a burger is the best.
Or an entire
Oh,
pizza.
that's a good one.
And exactly.
An entire pizza.
Or you know what? I downplay ice cream, but when I'm inebriated in a particular way, I fucking love ice cream.
Oh my God. Do you know they have Nutter Butter ice cream right now?
What?
Whoa.
And hold on, there was holiday ice cream that my girl, I don't know where the fuck, I think Walmart. There was like Nutter Butter, the Little Debbie cake Christmas tree ice cream, the little Nutty Buddy bar, the little chocolate wafer thing. That's the last one I got left that it's just in the freezer, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat it now. I'm gonna eat it. That's gonna be my late night snack.
Exactly.
Great. On the
It's gonna be my
same
late night snack.
on the
Hell
same
yeah.
peanut butter track, one of the things that I used to fall asleep with regularly was the giant canister of peanut butter pretzels.
Oh my God, yeah. I have one of those.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, like the Costco size.
Yeah, dude, but you can't just go and
Yes.
take like
Pretzels.
two because
You gotta
you'll
eat
be
all
back
of them.
3 minutes later for a handful.
No,
you just gotta
I,
bring the bucket with you.
yeah, I used to
Right.
fall asleep like curled around the bucket. Just
No better way. What?
Yeah.
Yes.
wake
Who
up like, oh, I didn't spill. Thank goodness. Screw
It's
the
like, oh, I
cap
did
on.
that.
Just go back to bed. Yeah.
Who needs a teddy bear when you've got a bucket of peanut butter pretzels?
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
The best perfect.
All right. In the same vein, I also asked, what's your fast food guilty pleasure? Like, if you don't eat fast food all the time, but there's that one thing that you're like, you know what? Like once a month, you're like, I'm
Big
gonna
Mac.
get the thing.
That's
Easy for me. It's a Big Mac.
Okay.
I don't get it often, but if I get that urge, I just gotta.
That,
You know
like,
what?
you
Today
know what?
it's a Big Mac day.
Can I give you a cheat code?
Sure.
Next time
Yes.
you go to McDonald's and you get one, get a quarter pounder with cheese, but made as a Big Mac.
But that's so much work, and the chance of them getting it wrong is
They
high.
can't. It's the exact same. They just say, okay, no problem. And it's made perfectly.
Yeah, 'cause it's way bigger. The burger patty for a quarter pounder is way bigger, and
Yeah.
the bun and
And
everything.
you get a double quarter pounder.
Oh yeah, it's huge then.
Wow.
It's
Yep.
massive.
All right.
See, I feel like that's what a Big Mac is supposed to be, but then shrinkflation happened.
Yeah. And then
From,
didn't
like,
they
the
make like
50s?
the bigger Big Mac and the biggest Big Mac for a while? They had like oversized Big Macs for a
That's
while.
nuts.
I
The
think
Big
they
Mac
did-
is supposed to be like the epitome of Big Macs.
Yeah. But they're not, but it's not, it's a pretty small burger.
Sad.
Like, it's not a lot
Yeah.
of burger there. It's a lot of bread.
days.
That's why you got to do the double quarter pounder and have them make it as. Just try it, and if you
All
do,
right.
let me.
I'll give it a go. But that's my guilty pleasure.
Mine's a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger Deluxe.
Oof.
Wendy's.
Nice.
Oof.
That's a great call. See, I feel like what I typically, if I'm gonna I don't know.
You just said your fast food guilty pleasure. Like,
Yeah, if I'm gonna be okay, but it's between two things, as are all of my other answers for everything always. So my thing that I end up getting most of the time is I just like a 2 McDoubles and a medium fry. Because I eat one and it's like enough. The burger to cheese to bun ratio is pretty good with a McDouble, but I never want one. I always want a second one. and then I get like 3/4 of the way through it, and I'm like, I really don't want these last 2 bites. But then I'm like, but it's only 2 bites, so then I eat it. But that's kind of that's my
Winning.
go-to.
You guys make me feel so bad about my guilty pleasure. So
Why?
there's this place around the corner from my house. It's a pizza place, but they sell these burgers, right?
Yep.
It's called Sammy's, right? They sell this burger called a Tough Guy. It's a burger patty,
Yep.
a chicken breast, deep fried chicken breast,
Okay.
pepperoni,
Oh my god.
mozzarella cheese, marinara on this big ass bun with
Holy shit.
with hold on, but wait, there's more. With deep fried Oreos on the side that you can get and onion rings. I don't get it all the time. But listen,
but when you're like, I'm gonna just eat terrible,
I'm like, it's time for the Tough Guy.
Yeah,
that sounds totally good.
Oh my god, it is one of the most. And what's crazy, they have different versions of the Tough Guy. Like they have grilled chicken Tough Guy. They have like fried chicken Tough Guy. They have like freaking bacon chicken Tough Guy, and it's like all variations of this horrible thing that I shouldn't be eating, but I have to push my keyboard away and just sit here and just like cut all the lights off and just eat it.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Just I don't need anyone to see
that
this.
That sounds amazing.
It is horrible for you, but amazing. Oh my god.
Ugh. I mean, I totally get it. I feel like the local place that I indulge in like that is Rice's for the crazy breakfast sandwiches. They like make all their own. They have like craft bagels and make the breakfast sandwiches to go like to order. So I like getting like a sausage, egg, and cheese, but then they have a spicy sandwich that's usually with bacon, but it's got chipotle on it, like chipotle mayo, jalapenos, spinach, and then I'll get like they have like a jalapeno bagel, so I'll get it on that too. It's pretty epic.
Jalapeno bagel for the win.
Yeah, they're incredible. Marcus, what's our next question? What do we got?
DL Smooth asked, "What's your highest level of a craftable weapon in Destiny 2?"
I don't know that, but my highest level craftable weapon is the dark saber behind me that I can craft with an Allen key to put the blade on.
All right, mine's the Osteo Striga, like 160, level 165.
Amateur hour. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Is that higher now?
That's a lot. I pretty much only use that gun.
Atrax, your favorite game on planet Earth?
I don't care. That's my answer. No, it's probably like the Lament. I don't know. It's probably my Lament because I get dragged into Deep Stone Crypt every time I play that game.
Totally get it. So also from DL Smooth, how young were you when you first explored the Grand Theft Auto franchise? I want to say I was like in middle school and went over somebody's house and they were like, "Look, you can run over everybody with your car." And I was like, "What? I can only play rated T games. This is crazy."
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think all we did was like play the get 5 stars from the cops and see how long you can survive for.
Yep.
Game. You'd like, I don't remember which game it was, but we would drive. Oh no, that was in college, but drive to the end of this pier. I think it's in GTA 5, and like the end of the dock, and like all the cops would funnel down the dock at you. So you just like park your car sideways, use it as cover, and just like start shooting.
The I Am Legend challenge.
Yeah, pretty much. Marcus?
Got
to go on the Wayback Machine.
No. I beat Grand Theft Auto 1 and Grand Theft Auto 2, but Grand Theft Auto 3 was the first time it was like third person view and like it was open city, and they had a drum and bass radio station in the cars, and I just drove around and listened to that drum and bass station. That's it. Like I beat the game, but like that was the best part of the game for me. Back then there was nobody listening to drum and bass except us dirty ravers.
Right. Atrax?
I was, I don't know. I think middle school, I guess. Whenever San Andreas was on the PlayStation Portable. I was in the thousands, somewhere in there. I wasn't allowed to play it. And I can't even remember like how I got hold of a copy. but because like the game discs were like this small, they were like super tiny for the PSP.
Yeah.
And so you could very easily just like stealth them wherever. And it was, it was just easy. And so I think maybe like my friend let me borrow it, or I traded one of my games to my friend for his game or whatever. But like somehow I got a hold of a copy of it on PSP. And I remember like playing it after I was supposed to be in bed.
I was just gonna say like under the
playing
blankets,
it.
essentially.
Yeah, and I even like I remember one time I almost got caught because I had printed out the map so that I could, because it had all the little collectibles on it and I wanted to get it. So I printed out the map, and like one day one of my parents came in and was like, "Oh, what map? Like what game is this map for?" And I was like, "Oh, it's for," I made up insert game name here. Like, "Oh, I don't remember this part of the game." And it's like, yeah,
New.
yeah, exactly. So that was my experience. Probably the traditional experience for most people.
Right.
What about you,
Playing
Playboi?
GTA just way too young. Yeah. What about you, Playboi?
I think it was probably the same because I definitely wasn't allowed to play those games, which is probably why I swear like my grandma, I don't know if I've ever told you, like my grandma's a straight Southern Baptist. Like it's yes ma'am, no swearing. You're in church, you're Sunday school, all that good stuff. So we weren't allowed to watch Simpsons and definitely wasn't allowed to have that.
Yeah.
But I got it on Xbox, kind of the same. And I was like, she doesn't know, because she thought it was something else. So when she saw it, she didn't really know like, oh, this is Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
And it was San Andreas. So she just saw black people on the screen and was like, oh, okay, you're playing a black video game. Good job. And I'm like, please don't start swearing in this cutscene.
Right.
Get my ass beat. And she'd walk away, and 30 minutes later, you dumb bitch. I'm like,
whoop.
Fuck yeah. It's time to stop playing. It's time to stop playing. She's still home.
Clear. Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, I'll do Atrax. Atrax asks, which is the best of the worst? Stale French fries, stale popcorn, really stale chips.
Ooh.
Stale French fries.
I'm going to go stale chips.
I'm going to go with stale chips as well.
Nick's not going to be able to answer. He's going to give us the Mount Rushmore of the three answers.
He's going to be like, I know I have to pick one, but I appreciate all three of these because...
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's horrible.
Got him.
I wasn't going to say that, but that's exactly my thought. I was like, these all suck. I was like, this is hard to choose. I'm going to say stale French fries because of all the things that are the comparison between how they are before and how they are after. French fries go from great to awful
immediately.
Right.
Yeah. It's the biggest difference, I think.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
No, you got it.
Atrax. Oh my God. Atrax also asks, what beverage screams gamer to you?
G Fuel.
G Fuel. I was going to say Mountain Dew.
G Fuel. And you know what's crazy is I'm such a big energy drink drinker. I've never drank any G Fuel ever.
Really?
Never.
Oh, dude, you would love it.
Listen, this is 300 milligrams, and this is a lemon drop sweet iced tea.
Nice.
That's a bang.
I like Bangs. I like a lot too.
I mean, I can't cheat on Bang. I'm still waiting on them to give me a sponsorship one day. That would be amazing.
I have a very special batch of G Fuel here. It's the Chimera Sand test batch of G Fuel.
Oh my God. I'm game G Fuel for me is like what I think of it now, but like Mountain Dew, my entire life is like gamer.
Exactly. Mountain Dew and Doritos is like all gamers are eating. That's your fuel.
See, now I feel like it's like gamer streamer starter kit, G Fuel, Mountain Dew, and like a cell phone.
Yeah.
That's all you need now.
Pretty much.
That's all you need now.
Agreed.
And hey, what's up, guys? Gotta nail that too.
What's up, guys?
If you nail the what's up, guys, you're in it. You're in it.
Yep.
Or the Marcus, yo.
The little dance, like, what is up?
Then you got
Marcus.
it. Then you got it.
Yeah.
What's up, YouTube?
Playboi, what's up? welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
No,
Why-
listen.
why
You
swing
are
there?
Sometimes,
awesome.
listen, Marcus, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you don't know how close I come to getting into trouble at work because of you. Because I'll pop in and like set my phone down, and I'll forget that my volume's up, right? And I'll pop in, I'll see you streaming, like, fuck, I'm gonna lurk them real quick. I got my phone. And so I'll be like, hey, and they're like, Playboi. And my supervisor will be looking over. I'm like, fuck. I'll be looking over like, who the fuck did that? But they don't. The only reason I do that is because I have one of my like own custom shirts, and I wore it to work one day because I didn't have no other clothes. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear this. This is clean. All the stuff's in the laundry. And so they know about my streaming. So when people hear that, they look at me immediately. You don't know how many times I've had to be like, oh, I didn't even know my phone was on. Fuck, Marcus.
That's awesome.
All right, rounding it out. Mavnik says, DMZ, when are you going to stream it?
Ooh.
I haven't played any DMZ, but I would totally be game, especially if the three of us play.
I won't be
Yeah.
streaming it.
I would be down to watch you guys.
I won't either.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll do it. So let's say within the next month or so, Mavnik, to answer your question. All right,
soon.
And with that, our working class questions have concluded.
Whoop.
However, Playboi, tell everybody where they can find you.
You guys can find me basically anywhere you want to look. Same name, SmPlayboi. No why. That's Twitter, freaking Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, basically anywhere. TikTok is getting a whole lot of content right now because I'm growing that fan base. If you really want to kind of see what some of the GTA RP and some of those cool little moments and bite-sized chunks, go check the TikTok out. A lot of funny videos, a lot of cool content right now, which is only going to get better. That's about it. That's about it, y'all.
Just for the record, you are awesome.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.